Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we've got a twofer for the people. We have Dan Hurley, coach of the UConn Huskies, in studio, post-national championship. He also gives Max the business, basically calls him a loser to his face because he is. We have Kirk Goldsberry on to talk about NBA playoffs, a little preview. Don't worry, everyone. We have our hockey preview coming on Monday with Ryan Whitney. We're going to talk about some play-in games. We're going to do Fyre Fest. What does that face, Hank? What are you doing?
It's a big promise. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Whitney could definitely be like, oh, I had to do, I had a dinner, and then I had a stream, and then I had a dinner, and I'm done. So hopefully.
Don't forget golf. He might also have to golf.
That's true. We are brought to you by our friends at Barstool Sportsbook. Today's Pardon My Take is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook. The Barstool Sportsbook is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code TAKE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use code TAKE to unlock your $1,000 bonus today. I'm looking at it right now, and I got a little something I just cooked up. I want to hear what you guys say. So you can parlay NBA series for the first round. The Warriors, the Suns, the Sixers, and the Celtics all to advance, plus 107. I kind of like that.
How does that lose? Never in the history of a high seed parlay bet has it ever lost.
Yeah, exactly. Take all the ones and twos.
Yep.
And you'll be happy. But yeah, there's a ton of new stuff. We have exclusives every single day. We'll have some awesome exclusives for the NBA playoffs. Maybe I'll do a Big Cats parlay. So go check it out right now. The Barstool Sportsbook, again, is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code TAKE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use code TAKE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Terms apply. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Okay, let's go.
Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, April 14th, and PFT for I don't know, this is probably like the 6th or 7th time. Mm-hmm. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Dan Snyder a lot on the show and about the sale a lot. I actually don't know if I have that much to add besides what I've already said over the course of the last
What happened? What
6
changed?
years.
You're selling shirts.
Tell the people what happened.
Yeah,
You were
okay.
selling shirts.
I am
that would
excited.
imply that
I'm wearing a shirt right now that says "Bye Dan" and it's Major Tutty throwing Dan Snyder out of his stupid fucking face.
Just because you got excited the other 6 or 7 times doesn't mean you can't get more excited this time.
Well, okay.
What changed?
So I'm
what did change, Hank? Good question.
News came out this morning that I guess Sportico reported it, according to a source close to the sale. Josh Harris, the owner of Max's 76ers and the New Jersey Devils, is actually going to purchase the team for $6 billion. Congrats to Dan Snyder for making $5.2 billion being a shitty-ass piece of shit. So say what you want about him, but he made a fuckload of money. I hope he fucks off to England and dies. But today it was announced that Josh Harris, he dies in jail. First he gets arrested, then he dies.
Josh Harris, British prison where they don't have dentists.
No, absolutely not. The worst dentists on earth.
Well, they don't have dentists outside of jail either in Britain.
Yeah, that's true. So I hope that he dies with shitty teeth and a gum infection. And I think it's a done deal from everything that I've heard so far. There's a competing bid allegedly from Stephen A., the Canadian billionaire, but it's Josh Harris. It was announced today it's Josh Harris. He's going to take over the team. So I'm very happy. But there's a small part of me, very small part of me, that's like the dog that caught the car. Yeah. It's like, now that the bad man's gone, what am I going to have to blame all my failures on as a sports fan?
Yeah, you can't complain about the Commanders for at least 5 years ish. And so Hank is nodding along. I feel like you're doing. Are we? What happens when it officially becomes official?
No, when does it officially?
No, I'll talk for Hank.
We're
going
to
to
do this again. Like we're going to do this again in How long?
Listen, I didn't even bring it up. Okay, so
you're wearing the shirts.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Doing I can't believe this is my life tweet.
They're great shirts, by the way. Go check them out.
They are great shirts.
Stores.
I was trying to be respectful. I saw you doing videos and stuff in the hallway. I was like, it's another big day.
I didn't do. People just came up to me with the camera, so they asked me what I thought. I told them I've already celebrated Dan being gone. He's gone. It's happening. Now the only major hurdle that we have to clear is the owners vote, which is going to take place in May. But he's already an owner, kind of an NFL team. He's a part owner of the Steelers. They're going to vote him in.
Okay,
this is a done deal, and it's going to happen, and everything's going to be good, and maybe we'll get more than 2 playoff wins in the next 25 years.
What's up, Billy?
Is it really a done deal? Have they secured the funding to buy the team?
Yes, Josh Harris's funding was
secured. It's secured.
With the
if this doesn't go through, I'm going to kill myself.
Billy,
money's expensive right now.
Billy, I am buying a house right now, so I'm familiar with how much money is expensive. I'm pretty sure Josh Harris is good for it.
How expensive is money?
Money's like 7% expensive.
Okay,
maybe if you got
to buy $1,000, you'd have to.
Yeah,
you have to pay.
You have to pay
$10.70.
What?
You said 7%.
Yeah, 10.70.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a done.
Money's expensive.
Listen, it's a done deal. We're moving forward.
Congrats.
I thank you, Hank. I'm looking forward to being able to root with like my entire heart and soul for a team because it's been a big stain on. It's been in the back of your mind. Anytime the team's good, you're like, I love this team. I love watching them every Sunday. But then at the end of the day, you know that something's about to get fucked up worse than it was fucked up ever before. So we're gonna start playing the parade. We're gonna have a parade in DC.
Okay, nice.
I'm very excited about it. So I'm not as pumped and over the top as I have been in the past because, like you said, we have talked about this like 5 times.
Well, Snyder has basically teased it so many times that it's like it kind of robbed you of the. It almost would have been better if he just all of a sudden overnight just was selling the team. They'd be like the greatest celebration ever. It's been this long drawn celebration.
Yeah, well, the big one was back in I think it was November.
Yeah,
when the news first broke. At that point, then it was like, okay, that's the big celebration that I've got. This I'm a little bit more subdued, but I'm still fucking pumped that this guy's going to be.
I remain happy for you.
Thank you,
Hank. I can't say the same.
No, he's not. Hank's
but I've remained happy the whole time.
All I'm saying is, be careful what you wish for,
Buy a shirt.
NFL, because you have awoken a sleeping giant in Washington D.C.
Yes,
the shirts are great.
They are great.
You're
shirts.
happy for him?
Yeah.
Not really.
You can only be happy for someone so many times.
You know what?
Like someone gets pregnant, you're like, congratulations, but then it's not like, hey, I'm pregnant again 3 months later, and 3 months later, it's like you get one congratulations.
You know what, Hank? Because Josh Harris is also the Sixers owner, I have no choice but to root with Max.
Oh no!
For the Sixers against the Celtics in playoffs.
But he's not even going to be the owner by that point.
No, he's not
pretty
selling
much.
the Sixers. Oh, you're of the
But he's
Commanders.
not. Yeah, he's not.
I don't care.
Commanders
I'm
owner.
such a Josh Harris fan right now that he could do anything.
He's owner in waiting.
Yeah, owner in waiting. I like that.
Yeah. So just why don't you check yourself?
All right,
That's
Before
fine,
you wreck
Hank.
yourself.
I'm excited to get a good rivalry going with Hank. It's been a while.
I feel like we're always.
No, I'm just.
Hank's fighting like
guys.
a
I'm just happy for
six-sided
you.
war at all times.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations again. Go buy a shirt. What else we want to talk about? The little play-in game.
Yeah.
So DeMar Derozan stole the story of the play-in game on Wednesday night. She single-handedly stopped the Toronto Raptors. My Bulls are advancing to Friday night, which is always fun when you win a play-in game and then you get to go to play another play-in game. But there was so for people who didn't watch the game, the Bulls were down pretty much the entire game. DeMar Derozan's like 8-year-old daughter. She was sitting underneath what in the first half was the Chicago Bulls hoop. In the second half, obviously the Raptors were shooting on it. She was screaming so loud before every free throw that the Raptors took in a dead silent arena. The Raptors went 18 for 36 from the free throw line. Ended up losing the game by 4? She won that game for the Bulls. Zach LaVine was also fantastic, which is nice to see him like step up in that moment. But DeMar Derozan, statue for her.
Yeah, she's great. She's way better than Riley Curry.
Yes.
If we're ranking NBA daughters. I got her 1A in my daughter draft. I think that she was great, but maybe the best part of the night was the time that she didn't scream.
Yeah.
At the end. So there were
Faked him out.
There were 3 foul shots at the end, right?
Yes.
And
Siakam, I think, which was kind of a bullshit call anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, so Siakam got to the line, and then she faked him out. She didn't scream. Was it the second one?
Yeah.
That she didn't scream on, and everybody was waiting for her to yell. Now, I think she did a great job. Absolutely build the statue. Great daughter. However, I'm a little bit upset at DeMar Derozan because he's not going to let her come
Yeah.
to the game on Friday because it's a school day. Sports is way more important than school if you're a kid.
It's also like she's sixth man of the year. She should be for every single. All I want now, because I'm a realist about the Bulls. They're not very good. They have a couple good players, but as a collective, they're not very good. But could you imagine her in the first round against the Bucks and Giannis in his 15-second free? Like, she might lose her voice, but she'd go toe to toe with him.
That would be her legacy game.
Yeah.
trying to scream for 15 seconds nonstop.
Yeah.
It was very cool to see her actually like get into the heads of opponents.
She totally
But
did.
Here's the problem: there's going to be some copycats.
Yeah.
and it's not going to be the same. She has like a unique frequency in her voice that makes people freak out.
It's not only that. It's such a unique situation because, one, she's the daughter of DeMar Derozan. Two, she grew up in Toronto where DeMar played the majority of his career, so she knows everyone in that arena. And three, like there is the NBA now, you can get kicked out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie and Russell Westbrook have taught us that. I don't think you can kick out a player's daughter. She is like, if a guy is just sitting there doing that, I think that a player probably complains and they get kicked out or have to shut him up. I think she's a secret weapon that no other team can employ.
Yeah, the rest of the fans couldn't go down and say shit to her because
Right.
she's a little girl.
Right.
But
and she obviously knows everyone in Toronto. Like, that was the other part, is the whole entire, the building staff, the security, they probably know her personally.
Yep.
So it was the perfect storm for DeMar Derozan to completely stop the Toronto Raptors.
I would love to see what would happen with this in Philly. Do you think that Philly fans would
dude,
throwing,
Max lookalike would punch her in the face.
they'd start to throw hot dogs at her? Somebody
Yeah.
go down there and throw up on her?
Yeah, a Max lookalike would
You're
just,
saying no,
would
Max?
start beating up a little girl.
This is gross. This is disgusting.
Well, listen, just accept it. I think that Philly should be proud of that.
For punching little girls?
You don't think like a lot of guys would be like, that we won that game.
I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't punch her, but I would be mad.
No, you'd be mad.
Definitely not.
But that's the beauty of it. You can't get mad at a daughter of a player, and like she needs to be. Yeah, fuck school.
Fuck
Get her
school.
to Miami.
It's way more important.
Get her to Miami.
She's 8 years old. What do you learn in 8th grade anyways? Do you remember a
It's not
single
eighth.
thing?
That's not 8th grade.
Oh, 8 years old. Yeah. Okay, so that's 3rd grade. 3rd grade.
She's
think
very
it's like-
precocious.
You probably are graduating basic addition and subtraction, moving on to like basic multiplication, I would guess.
Yeah, you're writing like 5-letter words, maybe.
States and
Yeah.
capitals.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
war zone.
Oh,
Yeah.
mystery powders. You're doing like science for the first time.
Well, what better way to learn states and capitals than go to the capital of Florida, Miami?
Good point.
Yeah.
You could get a better education. Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, let's go. Education worked for us. Yeah, it was awesome though. The Bulls, and Pat Bev, maybe he is. It's between him and Trae Young. Trae Young's 3-0 in playing games, so there's a legacy game for Pat Bev.
Pat Bev was
He'd be
awesome.
3-0 if he wins.
Pat Bev always just manages to show up at the end of every playing game and do something fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just insane. He's so much fun to watch.
And Caruso was awesome too. And it was nice. It was nice seeing Zach LaVine, like, because Hank doesn't really know this. Max, you kind of, well, you know this because of Ben Simmons, but like having a player that you pay a lot of money to that you want to step up in the big moments. When they don't, it gets very frustrating. When they do, it's like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, or maybe at least have the player that you pay a bunch of money to step on the court during the game.
Yeah,
that'd
it.
be nice because
Take a shot.
Because Zion was in pregame warmups. Zion Williamson, he's out because he's not feeling like Zion yet. He's healthy, but he's not feeling 100%. He was dunking. He was doing like
windmill
dunks in pregame. Now,
Yeah.
he did look a little bit on the bigger side, but that's just Zion.
That's
Zion being Zion.
This would drive me in fucking sane.
Whose idea was it to let Zion participate in the pregame dunk line?
Oh my God. I would be so furious if I were a Pelican fan watching that and then watching my team lose to the young. Do you know the Thunder are the second youngest team in NBA history?
Yeah.
It's crazy. The Thunder are what, like, you know how we were saying on Wednesday the playing game is kind of stupid because these teams won't go anywhere, but you can switch it if it's a young team. The Thunder, like, that's reps. They're building a winning culture because it was amazing to see Josh Giddey and Shea Gilgeous and Lou Dort, who are all under 24 years old, like, dominate that game and make big shot after big shot. And Zion is just sitting on the bench doing dunks pregame, not playing.
Yeah.
Pitt, who made the NCAA tournament, has an average starting lineup age older than the Thunder.
That's
crazy.
wild.
Yeah, they are very, very fun and very young. And like if you like this is the type, like they shouldn't even be in this spot, and they are, and their lottery pick last year isn't playing.
I think just getting to the playoff. If you play in a playoff series, if you're the Thunder, that's good experience.
I want to see it.
So they're getting Holmgren back, and they have probably a high first rounder, right?
They have like a million.
I would
picks
imagine
too.
like they're picking like 11 or 12 in the
picks do
draft,
they have?
and then they have 4 first round picks in 2024.
It's crazy.
So they've got assets.
All right, so the Thunder, and I think it goes on for the future. All right, so they have the Clippers pick this year, their own pick this year, the Wizards second rounder. I won't do second rounders. Next year they have their own Utah's, Clippers, Houston's. So they have
four first round picks.
And then in 2025 they have their own Houston or the Clippers, Miami's, Philadelphia's. Like every year they have like 5 picks in the first round. They're a fun team. They are what the Pelicans thought they were going to be. Because the Pelicans with Zion and Brandon Ingram, like Herb Jones, and it was going to be like, this young up-and-coming team in the West. The Thunder kind of stole their thunder.
Yeah, they did. And there were some people out there that were saying that our good friend Mincy being stuck up in the nosebleeds in this section. If Mincy had been down beneath the basket like DeMar Derozan, I think this game goes a whole lot differently.
Yeah, I'd agree. So it was that was a fun game. That was an exciting game. That was a play. I think I'm just going to start grading every play-in game. I'm going to make a judgment on the play-in tournament as a whole, just based on game to game.
Okay,
so like on Tuesday night, it was the worst idea that Adam Silver ever. I almost called him David Silver. Adam Silver ever came up with. On Wednesday night, it's pure genius. The league is back.
Yeah.
So Friday we'll decide.
It's a big night.
The future of the play-in tournament, according to myself, is all going to come down to Friday night.
It's a big night. Let's go Wolves.
Yeah. I mean, look,
official.
Thunder fun.
Rap Sheet just tweeted about the sale.
Oh.
Okay.
That they reached the agreement.
Wait,
okay.
but is that different than
That was 1 minute ago.
Yeah, this is me being subdued. Yes,
Yeah.
Hank. See, Hank.
Wait, what is
Hank,
that?
do
Is
you
that
see?
different than what was?
It is not exclusive and not signed.
Okay, so we got to wait again.
All right,
so
so
we'll
we'll celebrate next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll celebrate, and we'll
I'm not
wait to
celebrating.
celebrate some more.
I'm acting like I've been there before because I have 5 times.
Yeah, the playing games were fun. They were fun on Wednesday night. We're playing game guys now, and then on Friday I'll decide if I'm not.
I guess so.
But isn't it fun to just do? We'll just be as knee jerk and as like recency biased as possible with the playing games. That's just how I'm going to judge it.
So it's really the last game.
The last play-in game
That's
will
gonna
decide
determine whether or not it was a good play-in tournament.
Yeah, and then next year we'll do the same thing
Yep.
again. Because
Okay.
really, it is so funny that like it becomes a debate whether the playing game is fun or not, or stupid or not. And it's like, but it's just gonna they're gonna keep doing it because it makes more teams involved and makes more money for owners. So it's not going anywhere.
Now, don't get me wrong. If they announced that they were going to do this in the NFL and add another playoff team via a play-in game, I'd be all in on that.
Yeah, more football.
Exactly.
More football.
It's more
It's like-
basketball.
yeah.
We got more sports.
Yeah, it's the only reason that it's even a debate for basketball is because with football you can kind of tell yourself, there's been 6 seeds that have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's never been an 8 seed that's won the NBA finals.
Yeah, it's very funny to think that they have a play-in tournament when the entire season is a play-in tournament for the playoffs.
Well, and we're going to have the midseason play-in tournament too,
Yep.
which will be fun as well. All right, so Jake, Heat versus Bulls Friday night. No DeMar Derozan.
Yeah,
You got to feel confident.
we'll see.
Not confident.
Okay, that was that was your pregame show.
Wait, Jake, how much popcorn?
A kettle corn?
I bought
this
a
is
huge bag.
This is a 0 kettle corn.
Oh, I bought a
You're not having
huge bag
You're
of
not
popcorn.
having any kettle corn.
for this game though.
I'll
It's also the night before broadcast, so
you can't. Yeah, I'll tweet out my bag of popcorn. It's enormous for Friday night.
okay.
I'll be eating so much fucking popcorn, and you not eating popcorn makes me think the Bulls are going to win.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, you're not really into it. What do you got? What broadcast you got?
Oh, funny you asked. It's the 49th annual FDNY NYPD hockey game at UBS Arena on Long Island. Barstool.tv pregame. Big Cat will be on the panel at 4:15.
I will.
Biz and I will be, and Whitney will be ringside in between the benches at 5 o'clock as puck drop. Barstool.tv. Can't wait.
I think it's harder to get tickets for this event than Taylor Swift tickets.
It might be.
Yeah,
They don't sell them. You can only get them through. They give the tickets to like firehouses and
Yeah.
police houses, and that's the only way you can get them.
This is
Police
like
houses.
this is much washed
What are they
stuff.
called? Stations.
Police stations, yeah.
Stations, yeah.
The NYPD.
Why is it how? Why do the firemen get station? Why do the firemen get
I
houses?
think the
and
firemen
policemen get
actually
stations?
like
They
sleep
sleep
over
there,
there.
But anyway,
I'm just asking
Any
questions.
other questions?
They have a kitchen. No, I'm glad Hank's asking this, because if you're asking it, then some other person at home, probably one person at home, is like, why isn't it a house? Thank you, Hank.
some police officers
DeMar
sleep
Derozan
at the
probably lives
station.
in that in 8th grade.
Yeah, in 8th grade as an 8-year-old. What were you gonna say, Billy?
Just FDNY, NYPD events always go hard. Like their football game, there was a huge fight. Like
In the stands?
No, on the field. It was like huge brawl, and like their boxing events are insane too.
But
So
it's all
must
love
watch.
after.
No, not really.
Oh,
They
okay.
still hate each other.
Oh, nice.
So, Jake, have you worked on your announcing when it comes to fighting? Because there will be fights that you'll have to do play-by-play for.
Yeah, that will be awesome. And I feel like Biz is gonna go all in on that too. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Yeah.
So, other things. The Tampa Bay Rays are now 13-0.
We didn't jinx them.
Is that a record?
Tied. 2 teams.
It reminds me of that famous
other
clip
teams.
when someone called into Francesa before opening day and was like, "You ever think a team is going to be able to go 162-0?" And he like debated the guy for real. I was like, "No, it's crazy." But now, are the Rays ever going to lose?
3 games set at Toronto this weekend, and then 3 games at Cincinnati.
I know they haven't played a lot of good teams, but still 13-0 is fucking impressive.
It is good.
Crazy.
I wonder how that translates, though, to the rest of the season, just in baseball history.
Also, go ahead. Sorry.
The teams that get off to the hottest start, I wonder how frequently they end up in the World Series.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably
baseball,
not often.
Baseball is such a streaky sport that you'd rather end the season. Well, definitely you'd rather end the season 13-0 than start at 13-0. But
And there's so many games. They're basically, if it was the NFL,
They're
they
like
would
2-0.
they're
1-0.
1-0 and up at halftime in the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in 10 of the 13 games, they've given up 3 runs or less.
Oof, that's pretty good. I was
unreal.
walking by the gambling cave today, and it feels like they're just like toying with teams because they were playing the Red Sox. They had bases loaded, 2 outs, and a guy bunted a run in.
I love that.
I
Small ball,
don't know,
baby.
like insane.
Give me small ball.
That's a
all
fucking
day.
crazy move.
And we will be doing the fantasy baseball draft at some point.
Yes,
Still have to find one more person.
yes. That also has to happen. There was maybe Tom Fernelli wanted to be in. I want to do the draft at All-Star break and have all the stats count already.
Max had
Software's
the
like
idea
clothes.
looking past. He was already looking past the first round.
This is a
and
programming-
saying, no, that's illegal. You can't do that. God forbid you try and program the show or do any scheduling. He said,
I
we should-
said
should do
that you
the-
didn't get full ownership for Brooks choking.
we should do not on Twitter. We should
Oh,
do.
I thought Twitter's not an app that we should use anymore.
It's not. I mean, it's pointless, but
Huh.
the facts remain. We should do it during a hypothetical Sixers Celtics live stream. Do the draft during.
oh,
that.
that's good.
I also think we should have Tom draft the team, and then you just manage the team, and you act like it was yours from the start.
yeah, but Tom
That's
knows
also good.
baseball.
But I'll have him manage it. But then I'll just say,
He takes all the credit for Tom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Oh yeah. And we should do like no computers. We should have like a big draft board. So we have to like write down the names and stuff.
This is a big
Just
future.
plenty
you.
of
that would be
chaos
awesome.
situation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because we'll definitely repick. Actually, we should count repicks if they're honest repicks past like the 10th round. Like a team can own the same guy.
We're gonna have to get Stephen Shea involved
Yeah, to figure this out for us, to coordinate it. Yeah, he can be the commissioner. He already has skills as being the commissioner of fantasy. We also have potentially, depending on what happens tonight in hockey, Hank versus memes in the first round. Islanders, Bruins. I also want to give just a heads up to anyone who follows Pardon My Take on Twitter. Please subscribe to the YouTube as well. I've told Memes that he can just do a personal tweeting of all Islanders games because it is the team that he cares the most about. And it was funny seeing on the PMT Twitter the other night just having an Islanders post just out of the clouds because they clinched the playoffs. And it was like, I don't think we've ever talked about the Islanders on this podcast. And he's just like, take the wheels to this.
"Oh, we were at the last game at the barn.
Yeah, we were. Wait,
No,
was
no,
that-
no,
no.
we
They went
saved
to
it.
7.
Yeah, we saved the barn.
Yeah,
That was
could've
the
been.
last game there, wasn't it?
No, they played game 7 there. I want to say they played one other game.
They did have another game. I don't know if it was there at the barn, but we saved the barn.
We did save the barn.
And we'll
That-
be at their
we're bearing the
current
lead.
home this weekend.
For
Yeah.
what?
Oh, funny you asked. The NYPD FDNY game.
All right, what else? Billy, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Are you getting a little nervous about not having a quarterback?
Yep.
It does feel weird.
I mean, every week it's like it could be my Fyre Fest.
It's just ongoing, and everything that new comes out feels like they're farther apart.
Is Aaron Rodgers? I think there was a quote that said he was 90% retired.
Yeah.
And Woody Johnson wanted confirmation.
Doesn't feel good.
Doesn't feel good at all.
When was that quote?
It's from somewhere.
Okay.
I think it was said in private, and Woody Johnson just was like, "What the fuck?" Like we want
That's
some
the-
insurance.
See, the thing is, like Aaron, he's not going to play on the Packers this year, but he might retire.
Right.
And you know who's the worst? The Packers fans, because they're just gloating about
Tell
the
me
whole
about it.
situation. Like, you can't have him, we can't have him. Like,
Yeah.
This-
Welcome to my world.
yeah,
It's not off to a good start. Even if he becomes the quarterback of the Jets, and I'm sure you guys will forget about this if he starts winning football games, but it's not a good sign to start the relationship if you ask somebody out on a date and then she ghosts you for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
we signed Boyle.
Oh,
which
Tim Boyle, TB12.
Yes, who we think is like his, like emotional support backup.
Yeah.
Like, so hopefully that's like a step closer to like one of his guys to get him there.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it because he's, like PFT said, he's not playing for the Packers, so I've already moved on. I don't care where he plays. I don't care if he plays. I don't care if he goes anywhere. Like, it's that relationship is over. I've done my celebrating. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's the real winner right now?
Who?
Zach Wilson.
Why?
Because-
All right, here we
because-
go. Hold on.
'cause
Hold
he's
on.
like-
Everyone, if you're standing up listening to this, sit down.
'Cause,
Go.
Like, what if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go? Then who's the guy?
Zach Wilson will suck again.
I know, but like for him, it's like, oh,
I think if you're Zach Wilson, the best case scenario is that you don't have to play.
Correct.
yeah.
More tape is bad tape.
Yes.
be a
If you're
backup.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, this is actually the nightmare scenario for Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Because he could back up Aaron Rodgers for a year. They win a Super Bowl, hypothetically, and then he's now like had a year to study behind Aaron, and people are like, wow, Zach Wilson might be good. Whereas if he actually has to play football, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, Zach Wilson's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all bad.
All right,
Everywhere.
so we're 2 weeks from the draft. I did see there's like a report that Stetson Bennett might go undrafted for off-field things, which just made me laugh because if he was a top 10 pick, there's no chance he would go on. Like,
Yeah.
he was already a 6th or 7th rounder. So I feel like teams are just using this as like, hey, we're standing up for something.
It sounds like smokescreen season to
Yeah.
me. It sounds like one person was like, yeah, we really want him, so we're just going to say he might go undrafted.
Yes.
The arrest video wasn't that bad. I thought it was a lot worse as it was described.
Describe it. I
The
missed.
Stetson Bennett video.
Yeah, no, I missed.
Yeah, so he got basically like locked out and lost his phone, and then like once the officers got there, he was like pretty respectful, and then he just like started because someone called that he was banging on a door trying to get in.
Could happen
See,
to anyone.
I think
Yeah.
the worst arrest video was Baker Mayfield because he
Yeah.
got caught from behind.
He got caught by like a middle-aged dude.
yeah.
Like
That was bad.
If I was the Browns, I'd say, nope, not
No
me.
chance. Yeah. All right, and the last thing I had was I don't know if you guys saw, but Jim Nantz did a podcast, and he came out in defense of Tony Romo.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm going to read the quote to you, and you tell me if you think there was any smoke to the fire that everyone was talking about.
Jim Nantz should not be on a podcast.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's beneath Jim Nantz.
It is. So he said, Tony is the best. He's the absolute best. And he's also one of my best friends. I love the guy. And when somebody starts questioning our chemistry, there's an agenda there. There's nothing wrong with our chemistry. I've never had better chemistry with anybody in my career than Tony. All you have to do is sit in the booth with us, which people that are covering our business, they're always welcome to come in and take a look at how we interact between the two of us, on the air, off the air, between plays. It's amazing. I'm not worried about it. Here's what I don't get. Where was all this outcry during the season? It's not like we were invisible. Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Yeah, that's like, I'm not mad. Don't say that I was mad. Please don't write in the newspaper that I was mad.
Tony is the best. He's the absolute best. And he's also one of my best friends.
Yeah, Jake, describe sitting next to Billy, working with Billy. What would you say about that?
Yeah.
He's the best. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, exactly. There we go. And we rest our case.
Also, he said anyone in the business is welcome to observe. I'll do it.
Okay.
In the fall.
So you'll go observe.
If they come to MetLife, or I guess Soldier Field.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
Chicago's
observe.
usually out on Fox, but
You have
I'll go
permission to
anywhere.
go anywhere to observe them
For a
and,
game.
and report back.
Will you call
Okay.
it straight, or will you have such reverence for
yeah,
Jim
I'll
Nantz?
live tweet it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Live tweet,
but
like
you would,
There's no way they're going to let you in the booth.
Jake, you would be in the
yeah.
presence of Jim Nantz, and you would just cream yourself.
Yeah, you would. You'd
I
cream
don't-
your khakis.
I don't think you'd be able
Your
to call that
Dockers.
straight.
we'll go back to my Twitter 2 weeks ago. It happened.
What would you say?
Oh, he saw Jim Nantz. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like if you got to watch him call a game,
it would be
there's
cool.
no way you'd be like the chemistry up here is
Yeah.
questionable.
So I'm willing to observe and take notes on that if
Okay.
they allow me.
Perfect. So
Please allow me,
CBS,
CBS, yes.
invite us.
I won't do anything bad.
Definitely not.
No.
No, like actually.
We
Yeah.
need to like get it so that we're like we get a big trench coat and we're underneath Jake.
Or we just
Like in Space Jam.
put a stink bomb in his jacket. He doesn't even know.
Just
Yeah.
detonate it.
Yeah.
What about a
Or
real
just
bomb?
real bomb and
yeah,
set it
real
off.
bomb would be
Yeah.
sick.
Kill Tony Romo.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so invite us, CBS, to be determined whether Jake will be carrying a real bomb or not.
No, I will.
Jake, have you ever seen the movie Valkyrie?
No.
With
You
Tom
can't.
Cruise?
If
Okay.
we put a suicide vest on you, you can't really stop us.
Well, then I wouldn't go.
No, but you can't.
Oh,
like,
yeah, then it's, yeah.
Yeah. What would you? Oh, you'd do like the noble thing and like jump into the ocean and just blow it up there.
Would you die for Jim Nantz?
Ooh, good question. No. Okay.
Wh-
All right.
That's not an answer, Jake. That was a
All right.
regretfully yes.
So you'd be alive, but Jim Nantz would die, and then
No, that's selfish,
so you would die for Jim Nantz.
I guess.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so Jake's the perfect suicide bomber. Then.
Yes, perfect suicide bomber. There's Jake. When you get to heaven, there's 1,000 Jim Nantzes calling every game.
Little correction: Stetson Bennett did make a couple of comments to the cops about like how they ruined his reputation. There was
That's a good, yeah, good correction.
So Billy will be
correction.
rooting for the FDNY this weekend. It sounds like.
No, NYPD.
Okay.
Okay, good correction. All right, we got two awesome
He
interviews.
was overall pretty respectful, probably.
We have Dan Hurley in studio, fresh off the national championship, and then we're going to do Kirk Goldsberry, an NBA preview, talking about the first round, who we think is going to make it out of the first round, and also he gives us his NBA Finals prediction, which was fantastic. Before we do that, Morgan & Morgan, if you've been injured in an accident, Morgan & Morgan makes it easy for you. File a claim online, upload pictures, evidence, text your lawyer, get a settlement direct deposited. Do almost everything from your phone. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, over 800 lawyers nationwide, over $15 billion recovered so far, over 100 offices, over 30 years of experience. The fee is free. You only pay if you win. So visit forthepeople.com/PMT or dial pound law to start a claim today. That's forthepeople.com/PMT or dial pound law to start a claim today. If you have been injured in an accident, Morgan & Morgan will defend you. They will do the best for you. So it is super easy. They have the America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com/PMT or dial pound law to start a claim today. Okay, here he is, UConn head coach Dan Hurley. Okay, we now welcome on a recurring guest in person. He is now a national champion, is Coach Dan Hurley from the UConn Huskies. We talked to you after the Elite Eight, so congratulations. You did it. You proved it. Has it set? I mean, we're like a week and a half after. You just rang the bell. You've been doing the whirlwind tour, the parade and everything. Has it fully set in that you are a national champion and that this is like you did it? You did it.
Yeah.
UConn did it.
UConn did it. We did it. The blur really since I'd say winning the Arkansas game, man, like that, getting ready for Gonzaga, knowing you're like a game away from getting to a Final Four. Blur really from that Gonzaga game through to sitting here with you guys, man, it's been a blur. And then so like really just in the car, maybe like driving home, you think about it. Oh
shit, we did it. Yeah,
won a national championship.
Yeah,
I was coaching high school 12 years ago, whatever. It's like amazing. But the job wakes you back up because everything just starts moving. I wish I could have played in like the CBI or the NIT or kept the season going, because now I'm dealing with all the same shit that everyone else is dealing with.
Right, the NIL and transfer portal.
And right after the game was over, it's like the media blitz starts right as soon as that final horn sounds. And one of the first people that got to talk to you after the championship was our darling Jake.
Yes.
He was down on the
Yeah.
court. He pulled you aside, and you said, I can't wait to go back on the podcast. Do you remember the name of the podcast that you're on right now?
Yeah, pardon my
Find it.
take.
Yeah,
yeah,
find
right
it somewhere.
there.
You got it. You
yeah.
nailed
It's
it.
right in front of me if I mess that up.
Now,
you know?
to be fair, like in the heat of the moment, you were probably not thinking about this podcast as soon as maybe you were. I don't know. After you win the national championship,
Not at that moment, but shortly.
Oh, damn.
Shortly after.
at 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
2 or 3 a.m.
I did actually congratulate Andrew, your son, and I was like, if he responds tonight, I'm going to try to FaceTime him through Instagram. So
Yeah.
But I thought I'd let you guys enjoy that.
I know. It's like the media, but then it's, it's like the agents. They're all waiting for you.
Yeah.
right? Like the players' agents. It's crazy. You get back to the hotel, you think it's just going to be a celebration, but
Everyone's got someone.
everyone's pitching their shit.
So right after you win, we were lucky enough to interview Coach O at LSU right after they won, like the morning after. And you could tell he was still kind of in coach mode. He was like running around yelling at the players like, the bus is leaving 8 a.m. sharp, be there, that sort of thing. Like he was still trying to whip them into shape and make sure that they were on the right schedule. Right after you win, how much of your job is still like as on the administrative side as a coach, making sure the players are following like all the random details, and how much of it is like you getting a chance to celebrate with your family and with your guys?
Yeah, man. So it's like, I'm like old school. I coach these guys pretty hard, and you can tell by the way we play that like, our whole like organization, it's pretty, it's discipline. So for me, after you win that, it was much more of like celebration with the guys, like your relationship is like when you win a championship like that together, like, they maybe see a different side of you. You're more like, I don't know, more vulnerable, more open, like hug, and it's nothing but love, right? So now, like, I've been nice to them. These guys, since we won it, I mean, I'm sure these guys have had a great time, and you could tell some of these guys have baggy eyes. They look tired. So yesterday I had to bring them in and like, all right, fellas, like we got to get back on track here,
right,
and we got to start functioning like an organization again. Because like you guys have enjoyed this enough. But
those are the really cool moments in college sports where I think even your embrace with Jordan Hawkins, knowing that he's going to go pro, and what he proved this past year to increase his lottery status and all that, and you guys accomplish it together. Those are the moments that are like beautiful. I don't want to sound sappy, but I love those.
All the brutality, all the brutality that we all go through, like the sacrifice, like the amount of time, the intensity of what we do to be able to like deliver in big moments like that, and then, like you recruit this kid and his family's all in with his career, and the dream is like go to UConn and absolutely crush it. When it hits like that on both sides, man, it's like
it's the best.
It's the best because it usually don't go like that.
Right. Right. This might be a dumb question, but from our point of view, was it too easy? It felt too easy for you guys.
Yeah, I kept looking at like Luke Murray and Kamani and Young and Tom Moore. I was like, felt like, in like right before these games started, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be a game where like it's going to have to be free throws or a big shot? But just when you really, minus that month of January, man, like it was like
you were proven.
That's what we did the whole year, minus the month of January.
You were proven so correct when you said like once we got out of Big East play, because I think that it ended up 17-0 against non-conference opponents, all double-digit wins.
Yeah, and January felt like it was forever. It's the longest month in terms of days, right?
Yeah,
30.
Yeah, 31. Yeah,
that's as high as you could go.
Right,
it just felt like such a long month.
Yeah. But it's crazy because it really did feel – I think you guys were trailing like all of like 50 seconds in the second half in the tournament. Yeah. It just felt – I don't know if there was ever a moment, maybe when San Diego State cut it to 5. But even then you felt like – it felt like you guys weren't panicking, and I think you might have called a timeout, but there wasn't a lot of panic.
No, the only one that panicked was my associate head coach, Kamani Young. When we were down versus Iona – I felt pretty – I didn't feel great about it. You're down at halftime, and you know what you did the year before. Teddy Allen, New Mexico, it was a disaster. So I went in the locker room. I felt like what they were doing was unsustainable.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were doing everything we wanted to do. It just wasn't happening yet. We were going to go on a run and get them out of there. So I walked into the locker room. I was very composed. But I saw out of the corner of my eye Kamani Young and Jordan Hawkins' face. Wake up! We're not doing this again this year. So I don't know which one
Yeah, that
had the
might have
impact.
been
It might have
it.
been him or me being cool or him
Yeah.
losing his mind.
A little bit of both.
Coaches and teams are really good at finding any perceived slight against them to use that as motivation. I mean, we saw it with the Chiefs this year.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce was like, nobody believed in us. It's like, you're the Chiefs. I think a lot of people did believe in you. You were kind of in a similar situation. You were just running roughshod on people, and most people, with the exception of Max, who did bet against you
So
every single game in the tournament this year.
So he's a Villanova fan, die hard.
So
Every single game he bet against you.
if you were
Come on,
looking
Max.
for the one doubter in the world to use as motivation, that's your guy right there.
Well, I get it, though, because we stole all of Max's hope because everyone was talking up Villanova when Justin came back. And then we played that final game of the regular season down in Philly, and we crushed you guys. And everyone was going crazy. Villanova's going to win the Big East tournament. Villanova's on the bubble.
Who could have said that?
And Max, we ended all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a rebuilding year. First year head coach.
Okay.
That's what you were saying all year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, when Moore came back, he was still a little hurt. So
So was there any of that you were, not for Max obviously, but were you able to play the like nobody is believing that you can win this game card? No one thinks that you guys can win the championship, or if I guess probably not.
Yeah.
And if not, what did you use as the motivation?
Like the fact, we weren't ranked. Unlike the Chiefs, they were like the Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah.
It was different. We were not ranked in anything in the preseason. So I think like in the beginning of the year, and if for me, like just any time, a flight is late, or the hotel.
Yeah, in Vegas.
First hotel in Vegas was just it was a dump, and we just knew we couldn't stay in there. It was shady and it was really bad. And then we went right to practice, and then they robbed the bus and stole all the computers. And so things like that are going on. Hey, like they put us in the worst hotel of all the seeds out here. I'll use any of that.
Yeah.
I'll use it all.
Well, if you want
Something
Max
helps.
next year, we will offer him up to you because it is shocking. Like, you guys won every game by double digits. He bet against you every single game.
Oh, brutal. So you couldn't even watch the games with any real drama.
I don't think it was. I didn't
Just
doubt.
completely robbed them of everything.
I didn't doubt UConn. I just
Yeah.
hate UConn basketball. So I couldn't bring myself to bet on UConn because I truly hate your basketball program a lot.
The coaches, the players, the fans,
Really.
Fans
The fans
unsocial.
really.
He gets really upset that you said, what was the quote? Like, something about Madison Square Garden is your guys' home away from home.
Oh, yeah, I got mad at that.
Yeah, he
I got
gets
very- I got
very
very
upset
mad
about
at
that.
like when we come here, it's like when we play St. John's here, it's like it feels like a home game.
Yeah, no, I get
we
that.
do. It's not like we dominate here. We've done bad in here too. I
Yeah.
got thrown out of here in the Iowa game. I had the chest bump. It
Yeah.
hasn't all been the joyride.
Yeah, no, I went pretty hard I was pretty excited when you guys lost in the Big East tournament to go back to that quote that said that you
I know,
that
and
you
then one of
own
the guys on
MSG.
Marquette did it, and
Yeah.
it was taken out of context. I didn't say like we can't be beaten here.
Yeah,
I
but
just said we're at home.
you did have the quote, get your wins in now. When you lost to Villanova, was it year two?
Year two.
Year two.
With Max's crew.
So how does that feel? Like, that must feel awesome to be like, look, I said this, and I was right, and we were vindicated, and we put a championship up, banner up in stores.
Yeah, I felt like I had to say something. All those national championships. Like from 19 to 14, 4 of them, and now you're playing like a mid-major, like really bad program. Year one we played Villanova at the Garden. They smoked us. They beat us by 25 right before Christmas. It just destroyed Christmas. And we played them the next year on the road there, and we lost like a one-possession game. Like we were right there year two. And I knew we had, like, our talent level was about to increase. I knew, we kind of had our culture and organization together, and it was about to take off. And when you're coach at UConn, sometimes you got to say shit to rally the troops because it's it's a high bar over there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the basketball capital of the world.
I
Max.
did. I
like
it is
that.
right now.
I like that. Are you guys a blue blood? Because we had the debate. We gave you guys blue blood status for winning the fifth.
I know. So this Dan Toscano, one of our board members and like one of our big donors, his thing is like, no, forget the blue blood. We're a program that bleeds blue. Max, the bleed blue. So like we're going to create our own, because we've got the 5 national championships and NBA players for days in the last 20 years, most of anyone.
That is, yeah.
Max, we bleed blue. We don't even want to be a blue blood. We're our own kind of deal.
It was cool. Like, it must have been awesome after the game to see all of the legends of UConn on the court celebrating with you guys. Like, that is, there's some programs that have that. Obviously, Kentucky's got a ton, Duke's got a ton, but to have that, and I'm sure that helps in recruiting, where you're like, look, I'm hanging out with Ray Allen. I'm hanging out with all these guys right after the game.
Big star power.
Yeah,
right? Like big star power. And all those guys, they're in the practice facility. You got all the banners. You got all the lottery picks. So, Ray Allen and Rip, all these guys are looking down on us on that practice court. And just to have everybody kind of congregate out in Houston, man, it was a wild scene. Those guys are coming to practices. They're on the court with you while you're cutting down the nets. They're back at the hotel when it's just absolute like mayhem back there.
Yeah.
And they're just like in the mix with all UConn fans. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to catch up with Jim Nantz after the Final Four?
No, not after, just on the podium. But our podium was like all disorganized, man. Like we had like key players and like major coaches were like in the back, or like we had like GAs in the front with the trophy with players that like didn't do as much as like other players. It was this very bad setup.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Just being around people like that. I mean, again, I was like a high school coach not too long ago. To be out there with like, Raft and Jim Nance's last Final Four, his first ones with your brother. That was crazy.
Yeah. So speaking of your brother, we had him on the day that you won the national title. We interviewed him on that Saturday before you had played in a Final Four game. I want to give him credit. We gave him the question. He said he's 100% rooting for you. So I want you to know that because we gave him as many outs as possible.
Yeah.
Like, hey, wouldn't it be nice? Like there's maybe 0.01% like true serum that you want to do it before him. But he put it perfectly. He's like, I had the college career.
Yeah.
My dad had the high school career. And now Dan is doing his thing and winning a national title. It's like, did you have a little of that where it's like, not that you've been living in the shadow of your brother and your dad, but there's been a lot of talk about those two guys, and now you have your moment.
Yeah, it's like when you look at your career as a player and a coach, it's not like I was like had a bad career. I mean, I was like I ended up being a pretty good player at the end of my playing career. Obviously my first attempt in college didn't work out great. I got fired at Rutgers as an assistant and didn't know that I'd necessarily even work my way back to this. But, at St. Benedict's, I ran like a big-time program at Wagner. We won at a high level. Rhode Island, like we did, great stuff. But I never accomplished that real like elite level shit, right?
Yeah.
That stuff that like, it's at the top of your profession, top of the competition type of moment. So for me, yeah, I mean, I've been a basketball lifer, so it was a big moment.
I love it.
I'd say, this is definitely a huge moment for you. I'll give you the opportunity. We'll do a headline grab here. So I'll just give you the opportunity to say the Houston Rockets call you tomorrow.
Ooh.
We want Dan Hurley as our head coach. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I've still got some. I got some developing to do on the sideline. There's no one coaching like me in the NBA.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
Yeah.
Like, they're not ready, and maybe I'm certainly not ready. I do believe. I mean, that is something I aspire to, down the road. I love college. I hope I could, continue to put UConn in this position moving forward. I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're going to stay somewhat in the area where we are. They're hard to do every year, but I think we've established a level. But NBA someday, I just got to kind of, continue to mellow and,
Yeah.
I mean,
more zen.
Well, so I read an article before the Final Four that said that you were zen and this team was so good that you didn't get angry. Have you gone soft?
No.
People are saying he's gone soft.
Not
me.
You're not seeing the rage as much.
Oh, no.
The rage behind closed doors was all there. The practice intensity is.
You're getting a little mad that Big Cat called you soft right now. I can see it in
I
your
want
eyes.
to deliver, man.
Yeah, I'm happy because I'm seeing that it's true that you're not soft, but people have called you soft.
I know.
So,
well, ever
not
since
me.
you said that you didn't drink your own piss, and to me that made you soft.
I know. After the effing clown thing in the Villanova game. Once the effing clown thing went viral, like a lot went on after that, and my wife sat me down, my agent, and told me I had to just calm it down a little bit. Really, since then, the antics haven't been quite what they used to.
Yeah.
And we would show, we had like a 4-minute mixtape that we would show to like recruits, and the recruits, listen, their families love it. The players love the way I coach.
Yeah.
I know that like a lot of opposing fans don't like it, because it's intense, man. It's like it's in your face. That's the way we play. I don't care. I mean, I've also created a lot of enemies because everywhere I've been, I've won a lot. So all those other teams in those conferences and different places that we've kicked their ass, I've made a lot of enemies over the years.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So not soft.
Not soft.
Okay. All
Just
right.
maturing a little bit,
Yeah.
picking my spots.
Okay,
it's,
nice.
it's like a focused rage that you can still channel
Yeah.
sometimes. A time and a place for everything, right?
It's like my favorite coach, Fran McCaffrey, right? It's like when I just want to channel it like that and have more bigger moments like him.
Did you like his stare down?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
When they
was
showed
so
me that,
awesome.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I how much did he get a technical after that?
I
what
don't
happened
think he got a
after that?
tech after that, but they came back. That was the crazy comeback where they were down like 12 with like 50 seconds left, and he just stood there. He'd still be standing there if someone didn't grab him.
I got a lot of respect for the official, and I had him on a tournament game, and I wanted to ask him about it. But like that was the best one I've seen. I think that was just the best one.
So
Yeah, you
good.
can't break a stare down. You have to have your own guy pull you away from it. to
No, it
save
was
a
like the
little bit of face.
UFC or big boxing. Man.
Yeah,
It
they
was
were just
crazy.
locked forever.
I love him.
Speaking of the NBA, this is a weird question, but so Kyle Anderson played for your dad, gets in
Slow-mo.
that little thing with Rudy Gobert, and I'm wondering, I don't know if you talked to your dad about it all, but his restraint in that moment was exceptional. Because Rudy Gobert throws a punch at him, you could see him instantly like go after him, and then he immediately is like, "Wait, stop! This is like it's bigger than this. Like we have to win this game." Can we give your dad credit for that?
Yeah, shout out to St. Anthony there. Slow-mo, Slow-mo, great family, like great people, and a state champion at St. Anthony, number 1 in the country, one of the best players ever to come out of Jersey. Definitely St. Anthony. The street stops here. Miracle St. Anthony, all that.
Yeah,
and he was taught correctly to not throw punches in the huddle.
No, because he learned that at St. Anthony from my dad. Definitely. Yeah.
it was the look of a man that knew that Rudy Gobert had probably like 2 feet of reach on him.
Yeah.
with those
Yeah,
long arms.
smart guy. I mean, my dad's an intense guy. I'm sure they came close too.
He said that he was like, "Look, I've had these things happen. Like I've been in these intense wars."
And it's Jersey. I mean, North Jersey basketball. Even I think back to when I was coaching high school. Kevin Boyle, who's at Monteverde, who has like number 1 team in the country every year, and all types of NBA players. And my dad, we were all coaching within 8 miles of each other. And you would have in any given year, like 10 or 12 high major recruits that could play anywhere in the country. And so there's no better place than like North Jersey for basketball, like during that time in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Can you look around the country and say, okay, California kids play, this style. North Jersey kids play this style. Florida kids play this style.
Yeah, there is definitely. There's definitely, you see the differences, with like a team from Philly or, an AAU team from New York City versus, like a West Coast team. And even like one of our key ingredients to with this year's team, Joey California.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't sure that it would translate, just it would have the kind of, the guts to do it in the Big East. But, Joey pulled it off.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome.
It's like a character from Top Gun, Joey, right? Like you could have easily been a Iceman. Or
yeah.
There was one moment at the end of the game I wanted to talk to you about. You got your son in the game. He played in every tournament game.
Yep.
Which, credit to you. You were looking out for him. You got him some minutes there at the end. He looked like he wanted to pull up a 3 at the end of the game. And I saw you on the sidelines, and he had the ball in his hand. And it looked like you told him, don't shoot it. And he listened to you in that moment. But probably in the back of his mind, he's like, I just wish I could have gotten that shot. I wish I could have gotten on the stat sheet.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't listen to me. It's like just like any kid his age, he doesn't listen to me. He goes to his mother a lot more times because she's going to tell him what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be more honest with him. And he desperately wanted to shoot. He was very assertive and very aggressive throughout the tournament. He either rebounded the ball, got a steal, or fouled. He's fouled the shit out of people too. And then he took back-to-back threes, I think, in Albany. First one he almost had on a step back, versus scholarship guy. And then I think he might have airballed the second shot.
Yeah.
So we met after at the hotel.
That would have been very funny, though.
Heard our efficiency.
You're telling him not to shoot in the last seconds, and then he finds his mom in the stands. He's like, "Mom, can I shoot?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, go for it."
She's
Go
like
for
right
it.
over my head.
You got this.
Yeah, he turned the ball over against Miami, picked up a 5-second violation at the end of that Miami game. So he did not have a clean sheet in the NCAA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was an incredible run. I'm happy I wasn't the mush. I told you that I was afraid for a while. Good news is I had Max going the other way, which I think he's the actual mush. So he helped us out. My last question, and this has been awesome. Well, you have to get us our painting.
Yeah.
You guaranteed that.
I took a look around.
Yeah, you
I
did
have
a
got
mental
everything I
snapshot.
need to know.
Yeah.
Right now.
So I'm always curious with this with coaches. So you win the title. Obviously, it's incredible. Your roster's incredible. A guy like Jordan Hawkins, who's going to most likely be a lottery pick. What is the conversation with him? Is there any part of you that's like, come on, just come back one more? Or are you just because that always, selfishly, if I was in that shoes, I'd be like, come on, man, let's run it back because you obviously want the success, but you also want him to live his dreams.
Can't do it unless you think a kid's making a mistake.
Yeah,
unless you think a kid is not ready, or he can really increase his chances. Like Book Night at the end of his freshman year. James Book Night could have gone like late first. He was crushing at the end of his freshman year. But we knew that he could become a lottery pick and he could make a lot more money by coming back to college. I think each situation, you do what's in the best interest of the kid. You try not to think selfishly about it whatsoever. Even Andre Jackson, I mean, he's one that that's probably going to play out over the course of the next month. If he could be a first-round pick, he's got to go. If he's not a first-round pick, the way it's set up in college now, it probably makes more sense to, if you have the ability to get there, go back and get better in college. There's NIL. If you're on a team like ours, which, we're not going anywhere. We're going to have a chance to field a team next year with Klingon and Caravan and a bunch of these guys that we're going to return. We got a top recruiting class coming in. I plan for Jordan Hawkins to leave.
Yeah.
You plan for like Sonogo, Hawkins, potentially Andre going out the door this year before the season, and you make sure you have a top recruiting class coming in like we do. And now we'll go in the portal and make some strategic.
I'd be the worst coach because I would sit down Jordan Hawkins and be like, listen, buddy, if you don't come back, I'm going to bash you to everyone.
No.
Come back.
Big Cat, like I'm
back.
telling you, it's like it's going to be so easy. It's going to be so much easier to get the next kid like
Yeah,
him.
True. Long picture. Yeah, you're thinking big picture. I'm thinking like
Big
I want to win
picture.
again right away with the same guy.
Yeah, and I know what we got coming in with the freshman class, man. It's like I got 5 big-time players
Are
coming in.
you going to go to the draft?
Yeah, and we missed Book Night's draft because myself and Kamani Young, we got COVID.
Oh,
Like literally the day of it, and they sent us home.
okay. So the
So we
draft.
watched
that's
Book Night.
That's
Now
going to
we
be a
get to
very
go.
cool moment to go to the draft with some of these guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome, man. That'll rival winning it.
Yeah.
Man, that'll rival winning it.
Yeah. Some coaches say it's better.
Yeah, I think so because it's like these families, man, like the Hawkins family, the Jackson family, potentially Sonogo, man, like these. You're just so proud. It's life-changing moment.
Yeah.
There's a deep connection you're going to have with these guys for the rest of their lives. That's very cool. That's got to be a cool moment as a coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My last question has to do with your underwear. So the lucky underwear was it dragon underwear?
Dragons, man.
That you wore for every.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you washed it in between,
Yes.
in between every game.
Yeah, between every game, like that, like they used to do it in the olden days with the washboard type
scrub
of
it.
thing. Yeah, you got to scrub them good.
You just fill the sink up with soap water.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
hotel. You put the underwear in there.
You set up the hair dryers.
Yeah. So are we retiring that set of underwear? Are we bringing it back next year's tournament? Are we going to hang it up like a banner?
It wasn't. It's like, first of all, it's like there's like 3 pairs of them. It's great white sharks. It's wolves. There's a pair of lions, and then there's the dragons. So it's actually 4 different underwear. They rotate, and when you get to the postseason, you just go with who
brought
had the
you.
best season.
Yeah,
and then you just go with that.
You keep
we
stats.
we need some analytics next year.
Yeah, what was the
We'll
worst underwear?
run that for you if you want to have one of your GAs or someone just shoot Jake a note being like,
Yeah.
Danny's wearing this tonight, and then we'll just run the stats, and we'll put out a graphic after every game. And like he's 3-1 with the Dragons.
Yeah.
He's 4-0 with the Wolves.
Yeah. They sent me a big box too. There's like 100 pairs of them, and some of them are boxers and bikinis, and they're all different sizes. I just don't know what to do with them.
You got to wear the bikini went to Maui.
Like, do I just take them and like throw them out of the back of my truck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these underwears.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Max, any last words? Because you've been the biggest loser in the month of March.
Yeah, no. I'm a big loser. You're a big winner. It's basically all I have to say.
Okay, all right.
And you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome for me rooting against you for every game.
Yeah, so there it is. Thanks so much, Coach. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Max.
Dan Hurley was brought to you by our good friends at the Black Tux. Not to get all parental, but it's time we had the talk. You know, the one about that 3-letter word, it ends in X. You'll probably experience it a few times in your life. Nope, not that one. I'm talking about a tux. And when you need a tux, the best place to go get one is the Black Tux. The Black Tux makes it super easy to get an on-trend, top-quality, guaranteed-to-fit tux without ever leaving your house. Here's how it works. You take the Black Tux Fit Quiz, pick the style you want to rock, and boom, your tux is delivered to your door 10 days before the day you need it. That's plenty of time to try it on and make sure it wears you well. I was actually wearing the Black Tux. It was during the episode where Dan Snyder sold the Washington Commanders for the 3rd time.
Yes.
So
I wore it for the Final Four.
You wore it for the Final Four. I'll wear the Black Tux to the Dan Snyder goodbye parade.
I'm wearing one for the case race.
Let's go. Okay. Black Tux is all around for the boys. If the fit's not quite right, say hello to the Black Tux Fit Guarantee. You can order a better size within a day or two of receiving the less than great fitting one, and they'll send another one right away. No extra cost. And if you'd prefer an in-store experience, they got you covered there too, because the Black Tux has showrooms all across the country. They have expert fit specialists that will help you find the perfect style tux or suit. Make sure that it fits just right. We love the Black Tux. Billy, you have an upcoming special event with the Black Tux?
Yeah,
What's that?
a wedding.
Okay. And so,
Hell yeah.
So you like the Black Tux? Congratulations,
Yeah,
Billy.
congrats on getting married.
Congrats, Billy.
No, the wedding, someone else's wedding.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Your fiance's?
If you have a wedding, a prom, or a special event, the Black Tux is the best place to go when you need to buy or rent a tuxedo. It is wedding season, though. If you're in like your mid-20s to about your mid-30s, you basically spend those 10 years of your life traveling to weddings every summer. That's how you spend your money. You want to look good at the events, and the Black Tux is the way to do it. Great tuxedos. Go to theblacktux.com/PMT. Use code PMT to save $30 off your order. Theblacktux.com/PMT. Promo code PMT to save $30 off your order. And now, here's Kirk Goldsberry.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, we now welcome on one of our best friends, recurring guest, teacher of young minds, Kirk Goldsberry. We're going to talk a little NBA playoffs. We got to get a little preview going for the people. The playoffs start in earnest on Saturday. We're going to run this on Friday. Let's start here, though, Kirk. Play-in games. We saw on Wednesday night, DeMar Derozan's daughter, DeMar Derozan, maybe the greatest free throw defensive performance that a team has ever displayed. She was screaming in every Raptors shot. They went 18 for 36 from the free throw line in a game that the Bulls won by like 4 points. Can you quantify what she did for the Bulls on Wednesday night?
I've never seen anything like it, but whatever happened, the free throws cost them that game. I think the Raptors, like you said, missed 18 free throws, and from our friends at ESPN and Stats and Info, that's the most in a winner-take-all playoff or play-in game, Big Cat, since the Lakers missed 19 in Game 7 of the 1969 NBA Finals. So historically bad, and you got to credit DeMar's little daughter for disrupting them at the line. What else can explain that?
It was incredible. On like kind of a halfway serious note from that, is there something that you can put together where you can quantify where teams overall are the worst at shooting free throws? Like, what is the hardest place to shoot a free throw in the NBA?
You got to guess. I would guess it's road environments like Boston or Oklahoma City where the crowd's really loud. But yeah, that leads us back to DR, who, that washed across my Twitter feed, and I was like, whatever, this isn't. And then you click on it, and that noise was legitimately upsetting and disruptive. We're all human beings, Big Cat, you're the baller of the group. If you were shooting free throws, do you think that noise would get to you?
Yeah, well, maybe it would help me because I'm not a great free throw shooter, but it was crazy. It was like she's actually impacting the game here. I will not hear otherwise. You just said it. The most missed free throws since 1969 in an elimination game in the playoffs. That's insane.
Yeah, and it was the sound in that quiet gym. It jumped off the speakers, I guess. But yeah, it was. That's why I love the playoffs. I guess the play-in here. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen, guys, and that was just an unprecedented moment.
So about the play-in, we had the take on Wednesday. In theory, I'm not opposed to the play-in. My problem with it is that the NBA playoffs usually go somewhat to script, that the top seeds usually advance, and it's very hard for a 7 or 8 seed. You know, the 8 seed, I think it's only happened like 2 or 3 times. One of them was an injury. The other was the famous Dikembe Mutombo Nuggets team in a 5-game series. So do any of these teams have a shot of making noise, and specifically the Lakers, because that feels like everyone's pick of like, hey, watch out, the Lakers are now in the playoffs. Do they have a chance of going on a deep run?
Yeah, I think the Lakers are the obvious choice, and I know we'll talk a lot about them, Big Cat, but I love the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have an all-NBA guard who was the best player in the game Wednesday night as the Thunder beat the Pelicans. And if I'm sitting there and I'm the Denver Nuggets, I'm not scared, but that looks like a tougher team to beat than a normal 8 seed. And certainly the Grizzlies are now looking at the Lakers as a 7th seed. In the East, I don't think it's very scary. I don't think either the Bucks or Celtics, who are sitting there 1-2, are worried about whoever comes out of this play-in tournament. But the West is a different story, and that's one of the big themes. The West is topsy-turvy, and the Lakers are emergent, the Warriors are emergent, and the Suns are emergent. Like, some of the best teams in terms of the betting markets are at the bottom half of the bracket, in part because they have dudes that we've seen win the finals. We've had all these finals MVPs in the bottom of the Western bracket. But the Lakers, to me, are the scariest team to ever come out of the play-in tournament. Does that mean they're going to the finals? Of course not. But geez, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, that's a pretty scary 7 seed, don't you think?
Yeah.
The long history, the vaunted history of the play-in tournament. The Lakers are the best team to emerge from that. I think Patrick Beverley is the best player to emerge from the play-in tournament. Play-in P.
Well, I think Caruso, who reminds me of Matthew Dellavedova a little bit, PFT. Yeah. I think he'd like that comp. But in all seriousness, the lineups that Chicago's good on defense now.
Yeah.
And the Beverly Caruso combo, they're able to mess with opposing backcourts in a way that just disrupts things. And I think Caruso played incredible last night. Beverly gives every team he plays on that sort of personality implant that changes the vibe in every gym he walks into. And he's toughened up that Bulls defense. And that's their defining trait going into Friday's game against Miami in Miami. And they could certainly win that.
Yeah.
The way they play.
Yeah. Can you quantify how much of an impact Pat Bev actually makes? Because Russell Westbrook had the famous quote, "Pat Bev trick y'all, man. Like, he playing defense. He don't guard nobody. He just run around doing nothing." Does Patrick Beverley just run around doing nothing, or is he actually a good defensive player in crunch time?
Both can be true. I think PFD, the bark is louder than the bite. In his case, analytically, he doesn't show up. But man, you can't argue with some of the teams he's played on how they've ramped up their defensive effectiveness with him on the court, analytically, and with the eye test. I think the Bulls have a pretty low ceiling this year. But that ceiling's higher than it was before he got there. I think he's added a toughness. That defense is starting to jump off the page. Simply put, it's one of the best defenses in the NBA in the last few weeks. And I think that has a lot to do with him and Caruso being healthy. It's too bad they don't have Lonzo Ball. But it's also a major accomplishment, Big Cat, because your team with Vucevic, Levine, and DeMar, you're telling me that's somehow a decent defense?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest upsets of the second half of the NBA season. And PFT, I give credit to Beverly and Caruso for that, not to mention the coaches, obviously.
I do always feel bad when Vooch gets stuck in a pick and roll out on the perimeter, and you're like, "What? There's a 50-50 chance he trips over his own feet here." So, let's do a little East talk. The Bucks, I think everyone expects them to be there, at least to the conference final. The Celtics and Sixers. Let's start with the Celtics. Hank's not in the room right now. But I feel like I've heard a prevailing theory that maybe the Celtics are better when Marcus Smart isn't on the court. Is there anything to back up that anecdotal feeling? And what kind of has happened? Like with last year he was Defensive Player of the Year. This year I think he's had some injuries, but it does feel a little different than it did last year.
Yeah, the short answer is Malcolm Brogdon, who they brought in the offseason, and he's great. And he is a nice player to have. And they have Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, and now Marcus Smart fighting for those slots in the backcourt, Big Cat. And I think, they're both better offensive players, Brogdon and White, than Marcus Smart is right now. And none of them are going to win Defensive Player of the Year like Marcus did last year. But they're pretty good on that end. But to answer your question, and this is going to be a theme today, the regular season and the playoffs are different animals. What this team has with Marcus, Malcolm, and Derek in the backcourt is flexibility. There are going to be matchups that Marcus is going to be the right answer. There's going to be moments when Derek and Malcolm are the right answer. And so one of the things I'm watching with the Celtics, who have a great shot to come out of the East, is how Mazzulla, their first-year coach, is going to use their rotations against certain teams because, as you know, there's only 5 guys allowed on the court at any given time, and the Celtics are pretty deep. The backcourt's only part of that. But how is Marcus going to fit in? He's going to start, but who's going to finish and why? That's a big set of questions for the Celtics going into this playoff season.
What teams in the East are built for the regular season that have the biggest likelihood of sliding back in a 7-game series, as opposed to, is there another team out there that was not built for the regular season that is definitely built for the playoffs?
The obvious answer here is the one that has James Harden on it. And that's a tough reality. That's a tough reality.
Good point.
But until we see it, PFT, it's fair to hang that on him a little bit. And if there's one player and one team who has sort of a legacy at stake this postseason,
Chris Paul.
It's the Philadelphia 76ers. And the other one I would say is Doc Rivers is part of that. It's not just James.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers hasn't been a great playoff coach in the last 5-10 years either. And so that's the obvious answer. I love this Sixers team. Obviously, Embiid might be the best player in the league. It's either him or Giannis probably on both ends of the court. But yeah, those dudes have a lot at stake. And if there's one team that we can't really count on in this group of top Eastern teams going into this playoffs, it's fair to say that's Philadelphia.
What about the opposite of that? What's one team that is, maybe they sleptwalked a little bit in the regular season, but come playoff time, they can flip the switch?
I wouldn't say they sleptwalk because Giannis is incredible. But Chris Middleton was not there for most of the season. And Chris Middleton is one of the big X factors in this playoffs. The last time this team was whole in the playoffs, they won the NBA championship. I think there's something like 27-5, 28-5 since Middleton's come back. The Milwaukee Bucks did not sleepwalk through anything, but their ceiling is very obviously the championship if they're healthy. And last time they were healthy, as I mentioned, they can beat anybody. So I think that would be my answer. I also love this Cleveland Cavaliers team.
Yeah.
I think they're really great on defense, but they also have that Donovan Mitchell factor and Darius Garland in the backcourt that can score on anyone in crunch time. And so I'm really eager to see how they do. I don't think they're at the status of Milwaukee or Boston yet, guys. But that team, I'm buying stock on them winning a title in the 2020s.
Oh wow!
And they could surprise. They could surprise this year.
Yeah,
and that happens in the playoffs. Sometimes you get ahead of schedule, like that Thunder team in 2011.
Yeah,
2010, I should say.
The interesting thing with the Cavs is, I love the storyline. Donovan Mitchell, with the Knicks, it looked like it was going to happen, didn't happen. He is the quintessential guy who can win you a game, but can also lose you a game by trying to win you a game too hard. That series specifically should be great. Is there anything to be said for? I love Tibbs as a coach, but I witnessed this and felt this personally. That he gets the most out of his guys in the regular season, and then when you get to the playoffs, finding that extra gear, kind of like what PFT and you guys were talking about there with the Bucks, finding that extra gear. There is no extra gear for the Knicks. They are what they are. They tried really hard. They always give max effort. In February, it can win you a lot of games, but come April, May, June, there's not that extra gear that they can find and beat some of these elite teams.
Yeah, a couple things I'll say to that. First of all, if I was in New York City over the next couple weeks, I'd get to Madison Square Garden because playoff basketball there, guys, is special. It is one of my favorite things on the planet. So please, at least one of you go to one of those games. I think Knicks' emergence, now they landed at 5. This is a successful season. The Jalen Brunson acquisition has been great. Their offense is very good, but I'm not picking them to win their first round series because they're playing just a stacked Cavs team, and that's a tough 4 seed. I think you got to look forward as the Knicks are going from bad to good, this sort of being a transitional year. We're a first round playoff team. I think they have a lot to build on. Tibbs has that reputation, and it's fair. He uses his starting group a lot. But this team has a little depth, and the bench players in the backcourt can make things happen. I wouldn't be shocked if they win, but I think the Cavs are the right choice there.
What about the Miami Heat? Are they officially dead? I think we pronounced them dead. Like the entire culture.
Dead.
The culture died.
Dude, it's so hard. It's so hard to rule these guys out. I think there's a world where 3 weeks from now we're still talking about them because they somehow pulled themselves out of this grave that seems like they're in. But doesn't it seem like it? You know, it seems like they got their butts kicked on the glass in a way that a Miami team just doesn't get. That doesn't happen. And it wasn't exactly Dennis Rodman out there. Clint Capella is a great player. The Hawks are a talented front court, but that was a butt whooping on the glass. They need to have more from Bam Adebayo going forward, and Jimmy Butler didn't have it going. They need more Tyler Herro. But, yeah, if they lose to this Chicago team, I think it's time to change some things in Miami. And I think whatever era we just watched, which is undeniably successful, guys, getting to the finals, might have to end, and they might have to make some big changes. So Heat culture, I think, can survive regime changes and personnel turnover. I do think it starts with Riley and Spoelstra, and I do have a lot of respect for that organization, guys. But, yeah, it seems like we're at the end of a personnel run here if they lose.
Duncan Robinson needs more minutes. That's what I'm hearing from you.
Duncan Robinson is one of the best catch-and-shoot guys in the league, but I don't think they've liked what they've seen when he's been on the court. So I'll trust Eric Spoelstra with the lineup stuff, but this team just might not have enough power to get through the first round, even the play-in tournament.
Okay, so out in the West, couple questions, couple teams I want to touch on. I want you to make a prediction about how the Suns are the greatest offensive team you've ever seen, just so that they can lose in the first round and we can laugh at you. But let's start with them. They have, when Kevin Durant has been healthy, I think they haven't lost. Now, is that their competition, or is that this team is that scary and you feel most confident like backing them in the West playoffs?
I think the definitive theme of the Western Conference this year is WTF. I don't think I'll ever come on here with you guys in another postseason preview and just throw out this kind of concept that the West is drunk. Nobody has any idea what to happen. You can't make sense of the regular season numbers. Look, I use regular season numbers to try to predict, but the Suns weren't the Suns and the Lakers weren't the Lakers until very late in the season. They're two of the betting favorites now to come out of the West. And the Warriors haven't been right all year. So it's topsy-turvy. I will predict that the Suns are going to come out of the West. It hinges on Kevin Durant's health. He is such an incredible scorer, Big Cat. He's the first scorer in NBA history to put up 55, 40, 90 numbers for a season. He's just insane. He can get shots against any defender in the league and convert them at a high rate. You factor in the fact they also have Devin Booker and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. TJ Warren, some nice supporting pieces. They deserve to be the favorites, but it all hinges on the health of one dude, and that's obviously Durant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about our Kings, our beloved Kings up in Sacramento? They had a great regular season. I feel like people are like patting the Kings on the head and being like, "That was really cute what you guys did. Great job. I'm proud of you guys." But are they actually a threat? Are the Kings a threat to come out of the West?
PFT, what do the enchiladas and mas T-shirts say?
Never trust a skinny cook.
One of our favorite sayings down here in Austin.
Yep.
And I say never trust a thin defense. And that's exactly what the Sacramento Kings are this season. They are the best offense in the league. Credit to them. Credit to Mike Brown, De'Aaron Fox. Sabonis have been great. They're the number 24th ranked defense. And simply said, I've never seen a defense ranked that low do much in the playoffs. Add in, they got obviously a horrible draw in the Western Conference first round against the defending champs and one of the dynasties of recent pro basketball history. So I'm not ruling them out by any means, but they got to get stops. They got to show me stuff on defense they haven't been able to show me this season. I just think the West, especially the lower half of the bracket, is so. Look, I think it's 10 of the last 11 Finals MVPs, guys, are in 4 through 8 seeds in the West right now. So you have dudes like Durant, Curry, Kawhi, and LeBron. These aren't typical 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds. And that's what this unproven top tier in the West that includes Sacramento, that includes a banged up Memphis team, and that includes an unproven Nuggets team is staring at. It's not a normal year, in part because they're unproven, but in part because that bottom half of the bracket is the Illuminati. And they're going to run into tough matchups earlier in their playoff runs than they would in normal years.
So about the Nuggets, could we go with maybe the theory that it looks like Embiid is the MVP, so now the pressure is off? Because there has been some backlash to Jokic winning. It looked like for a while there he's going to win his 3rd straight MVP, and they haven't done much in the playoffs. Is this any different than the past few years for the Nuggets? Like, what is, if you're a Nuggets fan, how are you gearing up for the playoffs mentally saying, no, it's not going to be another disappointing second-round exit?
Well, you're the 1 seed, and I would say this about any 1 seed. If you're the 1 seed, you're slated to go to the finals. If the seeds hold, at worst, conference finals. If this team doesn't get to the Western Conference Finals, Big Cat, it's a disappointment. And it's a particularly powerful disappointment for a team that's failed to get over the hump with an MVP for the last few years. Now, they have a very good excuse that their supporting cast has been just destroyed with injuries in some of these previous runs. Still said they're the number 1 seed, and it's fair to hang that big conference finals expectation on them. And again, I go back to the bizarre nature of this playoff bracket. Their second-round opponent is likely going to be somebody like Kevin Durant and the Suns, or Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, not a normal second-round opponent. And there's a world where they get bounced in the second round. And at that point, it's almost like, I'm trying to think of an NFL example, like those Bills teams. In the Jim Kelly era, it's like you just can't do it, guys. You can get close, but you just can't. They're going to start getting that reputation, fair or not. That's the industry I work in, and people are going to start saying that this team can't get it done when it matters most. And that's unfortunately what's at stake for them this year. If they can't make a big, deep run towards the finals.
They're healthier. Do you have any confidence whatsoever in them being able to handle a Clippers or Suns team in the second round?
More than I have when they were always injured. I think they're pretty deep this time around. Their offense is going to score against anybody, and Jokic can score against anybody as a scorer himself, or obviously as a playmaker. You add Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, they have a core of guys that's going to score. The big questions, like with Sacramento, are on the other side of the court. Are they going to be able to get stops against this Suns team that includes like potentially 3 Hall of Famers in the starting 5, including a great point guard, the best shooter in the league, and Kevin Durant, the best scorer in the league, I should say, best shooter, Steph Curry, and also Devin Booker. When Devin Booker is your second option, I mean, that's terrifying. And my big question for Denver is that defense going to be able to stop a team like that in the second round? I think that's where I'm zeroing in, and I'm not confident they will be, Big Cat.
Yeah. You worked with Kawhi in San Antonio. You saw him get ready for the playoffs. Does he ever get amped up? Is he ever fired up going into even like some of the biggest games of his career, or is he 100% across the board just like flatlining, just a robot?
I don't like when people call him a robot because I've seen him do incredible things as a human being that defied expectations and proved that he was up for the moment. The ones that stick out to me are the early in his career, the defensive performances against LeBron James. Nobody in the world expected him to do that. So obviously his preparation, his mentality, and he's a lot like Tim Duncan in the sense that no trash talker in Duncan's day with Garnett is going to get through to Kawhi. Pat Bev can get under almost anybody's skin. He's not going to annoy Kawhi. And I do think that's one of his best traits, is that as intense as these games can be in the springtime in the NBA, Kawhi's unflappable. And people call him a robot, whatever. But like, to me, he's obviously prepared. He's one of the best postseason players when he's healthy. Look at what he did in 2019. Look at what he did for 2014 Spurs. He has that in him. And obviously they've been bitten by the injury bug too, the Clippers, with Paul George likely to miss this whole first round series. But the Clippers are also a very dangerous team, with or without Paul George. If Kawhi Leonard if you're telling me he's playing his best basketball, he hasn't lost many playoff series when he's done that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a very dangerous team.
I guess when I call him a robot, normally I would be using that as like, an insult to somebody. But with Kawhi, I think maybe we just need to rebrand like he's an assassin. Just cold-blooded.
And there's something weird about his demeanor. I'll give you that. It's very unusual. He's not a very vocal leader, obviously. But it's terrifying. It's terrifying for every team he plays against, because I love his game on offense now. He deserves a lot of credit. Because here's what I'd say about him. When we had him in San Antonio, he was in the midst of probably the most impressive player development arc I've ever seen. Going from a guy who, quote unquote, couldn't shoot. Go back and read the scouting reports when he came out of the draft. I can't shoot. Worst shooter in his position group in his class. Now he's one of the best mid-range scorers on the planet. Can hit threes off the dribble, has these little half hooks, can finish, can dunk. Obviously, he has that historic game-winning baseline shot over Embiid in the 2019 playoffs. He is built for playoff war, and if you want to call him an assassin, I think that's a better fit, PFT, because he can go out and win a game or a series with his scoring and obviously his defense. Everybody knows about that too.
Yeah. So defense has been a theme in this conversation. Obviously, talking about the Nuggets and the Kings and their defensive inefficiencies. Not statistically speaking, but more in your trust factor. Who are the top two defenses in each East and West? Because like you could possibly say the Warriors, even though they've been terrible on the road, but those guys all know each other so well and the way they rotate and everything. So who are the two teams that you trust most defensively in the East and the West?
Well, I'll answer the question, and I'll answer it, but it skews East, Big Cat, because you're going to make me not say Cleveland, and they're probably the third best defense in these playoffs. So I'm going to say I've seen Boston and I've seen Milwaukee play great defense in the postseason. I'm waiting for Cleveland to show it to me, and I bet they will. So I'm going to say, just for this, if you're giving me Giannis and Brook Lopez and Drew Holiday in a playoff series, I'm taking them. That defense is just, talk about stacked. Everybody. And they know each other. They have that familiar chemistry. They can predict where each other. So Milwaukee and then Boston, we've seen them. Boston, by the way, one of three teams in the last 25 years to finish in both top two offense and top two defense in the regular season. The other two are the Warriors teams that won it all. So that's a big sign for the Boston defense. And then on the other side, one of the hot take answers is the Lakers.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Lakers since the trade deadline, they've been the best defense in the Western Conference, Big Cat. And so when they won it all in the bubble, again, which I know you guys have a strong opinion about.
I don't remember
Doesn't count.
that.
Doesn't count.
Don't recall.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. So, but
COVID?
Yeah.
But
What's that? COVID's over.
The Lakers defense, and I'll throw, it's tough to find a second one, which might be the takeaway. It's Memphis, but they're banged up. Memphis built around Jaren Jackson, who is the human personal foul, but also the best rim protector when he's able to stay in games. But the big thing with Memphis' defense is without Steven Jackson and without Brandon Clark, who are both out, Jaren Jackson has to stay out of foul trouble, or else we're going to see dudes like Xavier Tillman or Kenneth Lofton, our favorite, trying to stop LeBron and AD. So I don't know if I trust that one because of injury problems, but the right answer is Los Angeles and Memphis on the West.
When you say Lakers, I know that like all the numbers say it, but is it fair to say that LeBron might be the weak link on their defense? Because maybe it's just he knows how to coast, but there were times on Tuesday night where he was just standing in the paint and his guy was standing out on the 3-point line getting free threes. Like he just doesn't. Sometimes it feels like he takes quarters or possessions, long stretches where he's like, I'm not going to play defense. I'm going to focus on offense, and I'll worry about the defense later. Is it fair to say, though, that he would be the weak link defensively for them? Which is crazy.
It's the right question. It reminds me of playing pickup and somebody talks you into playing that fourth or fifth game and you just can't move anymore. And that's what defense looks like. I was shocked to see LeBron's defense in that playing game. The greatest play of LeBron's career remains a defensive play. He can still guard almost anyone, but it looks like he's coasting, and that's your word. And I think that's fair to say. I'm not saying he's the weak link, but it is age with his mileage and what we saw this week in the playing game. It's fair to question whether he's going to have that sort of defensive stamina that he's had in years past, where he was, in many cases, the best defensive player in a series like this. He's probably not Anthony Davis is great deodorant on the backside for that team. He'll clean up a lot of the messes. But yeah, LeBron as a defender, probably not what he was in his peak.
It's interesting because you can spin that and say, well, if their weak link on defense is LeBron James, they're a pretty fucking good defense.
Well, they put this up, PFT, they put up these incredible record 19-9 since the trade deadline. That's 68% winning percentage, would be better than every team in the league except Milwaukee and Boston over the course of the year. But what a lot of people forget is they did that without LeBron in most of the games.
Yeah.
That's, to me, the scariest thing. It's like, okay, now you're adding LeBron, the quote-unquote weak link on defense, to a team that was really good after the trade deadline. So I think when people, joke about ESPN loving the Lakers, dude, LeBron's been to 9 of the last 12 finals. It's not like a hot take to say that they might have a run in him here. He wins his conference more than he doesn't since like 2010. So, the top of the West is sketchy. And if you're Durant or if you're Kawhi or if you're Steph, and certainly if you're LeBron James, you're not afraid of those top 3 seeds. So I think it's just a fascinating bracket in the Western Conference, and LeBron James might be the most interesting person in the whole thing.
Well, I heard 2 things. I heard if their weak link is LeBron James on defense, that's pretty good for the Lakers.
It is.
And I also heard that the Lakers might be better without LeBron James because they're so good since the trade deadline when he hasn't been playing. Actually, it was the 23 most important games of LeBron James' career, in that by sitting out, he made his team better.
Yeah.
He really pulled out all the stuff. He went 0 dark 30 on the court this time.
I totally forgot about that quote, but it sort of rings true. And maybe, he sat out because he had to, but the team got into shape and became good, and now they have him. I think those were among the most, at least in late era LeBron history, they're a scary team. They were not a scary team in January. They were a bad team. They just started 2-10. They were terrible. Now they're scary.
I just want him to be washed up. It's not fair. He's fucking going to be 39. He can't.
Come on, dude.
He can't keep doing this. He can't keep getting away with this.
I love it. To me, it reminds me of an old school Brady season. I mean, old school 6 years ago when he was 39 or whatever. But
yeah,
you're gonna be sad when it's gone. It's not gonna give you guys the content that you want when he's gone. And this could be literally one of the most important postseasons of his incredible career if he's able to make noise and get this team over. But he's the all-time leading scorer. He's not even known as a scorer. He's an incredible playmaker, a great defender when he has the juice. And Memphis is just the one thing I'm looking. I'll bring it back to Jaren Jackson. Is if LeBron and AD can do anything on offense, it's pressure the heck out of the rim. Jaren Jackson is the best rim protector in the league, and he's the most important person in that series, guys, because as I said, he's always in foul trouble. Their defensive front court is thinned out because of the injuries I mentioned to Jackson, Steven, and Adams, I should say, and to Brandon Clark. But if they get Jaren Jackson in foul trouble and LeBron's getting whistles, because you guys know this stat too, that free throw differential stat I've heard you guys throw around, that's a real thing. They get whistles. Sometimes you can say it's conspiracy, but others say it's just because they pressure the rim and they're very difficult to guard. Either way, Jaren Jackson's foul trouble is the thing to watch with that series. If he's able to play 40 minutes a game, I like Memphis. If he's in foul trouble, I'll take the Lakers.
So officially, the Kirk Goldsberry notice is you're putting the Grizzlies on notice.
I'm putting the Grizzlies on upset notice, PFT.
Okay.
In part because I love Steven Adams, who is like the fullback of the NBA. He is a incredible rebounder, and this team did 2 things. Memphis Grizzlies, aside from defense, on offense, they did 2 things very well with Adams. They were great in transition. That's still there, but they led the league in second chance points because he was the best offensive rebounder in the league. Without him, they're struggling in their half-court offense because they don't have those second chance points. And I just, I wish they were whole because they were so good. But with this thinned out version, the Lakers have a real shot of upsetting them in this 7-2 matchup.
Okay, so my last question. We did you kind of dirty last year. Actually, you did yourself dirty when you said the Nets were the best offense you've ever seen. It was maybe 2 years ago, and then they got bounced from the playoffs. So I'll let you do a finals prediction, and I'll let you do a backup finals prediction. And then if either of them become true, we will post it. Our word, we will post it and be like, look, Kirk is a genius. He got it right. he did it again. Holy shit. So, first finals prediction.
First finals prediction is a 2021 rematch. Bucks, Suns. And I love both teams, assuming health. Chris Middleton, I'm watching. Gosh, got to get through the first, second, third, fourth rounds if they're going to win the title. Chris Middleton is a hugely important piece. We've gone over that. Same, obviously, with Durant and Chris Paul. I think if either of those guys has to miss games, which is reasonable to expect, unfortunately, that Suns prediction would fall apart pretty fast. There's just too many other teams out there that can beat them. So my first is Suns Bucks, and I'd take the Bucks in that matchup.
Okay. And then your second prediction that we will put out there if Suns Bucks doesn't happen.
My second prediction, and I'll pause so you can edit it out.
Yeah, let me reset. I'll reset for you. Hey, Kirk, my Roback question. Last question, roback.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies. Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Kirk, who do you have, your Roback question, who do you have in the finals?
Well, thanks for sending me all the Roback. I'm going to go with a 2022 finals rematch of the Celtics and Warriors. I mean, I think that this season has been one big sort of mirage, and these are the two best teams in the league. So I'm going to go Celtics and Warriors. And this time, guys, I'm taking the Celtics.
Okay. Do you want to give them a third shot?
Yeah. Do you want a third shot?
Yeah,
hey Kirk.
Reset it. Yeah.
This is the Roback Plus question. Roback Plus. We're giving an additional 20% off. They're already low prices with promo code TAKE. We'll send you some. You're going to love it. Who do you have in the NBA Finals this year, and who do you think is going to win?
Great question. I'm glad you asked me, PFT. And without a doubt, I think this year's finals is going to be a battle of these MVP big men. It's going to be the 76ers against the Nuggets.
Wow.
Embiid, Jokic. Centers are back. I have an article on ESPN talking about it. Centers are back, and I'm taking Joel Embiid and the Sixers to win their first title since 1983. So ending a 40-year drought, you can just book it. It's a solid NBA Finals prediction right there, guys.
They should bet the MVP on that series if it does come down to like Jokic going up against Embiid.
Yeah,
it's like winner gets the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't understand why the MVP is awarded for the regular season. I get it; it's a regular season award, but the one that really gets me going is there's this new clutch award that they're handing out for regular season. And I'm like, can we at least hang on to that one until we see Ray Allen make a shot, or Kyrie Irving hit a shot in Game 7? Be like, who was the most clutch player this season? Yeah, the guy who won the finals with a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. If those guys mate in the finals, A, it's great for centers. And B, they should just play for the MVP trophy. Great idea.
So, Kirk, my last question. It's been a chaotic NBA season. What's your chaotic NBA Finals prediction?
Oh, without a doubt, it would be the Cleveland Cavaliers playing. Are you ready for this, guys?
Yeah.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh!
The NBA's dream come true series. Cleveland versus Memphis.
I would actually love to see the Cavs versus the Lakers in the finals. How cool would that be?
That would rule.
There are some potential great matchups. I mean, obviously Celtics-Lakers is in play, and they would be battling for the 19th banner because they're both hanging there at 18, and that would be a cool thing. I think it's either 18 or 19. They're both sitting on the same number, 17 or 18. Forgive me, but that would be cool. Anytime you can get, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, or LeBron James in the final, the leagues and the casual fans are thrilled. I think the top of the East, you can't go wrong with the top 3 or 4 teams in the East getting to the finals.
I'm now rooting for Kings Cavs. I'm rooting for Kings Cavs.
I'm rooting for the Nets. How awesome would that be if this year the Nets were great? And you named every team in the NBA except for the Nets.
I actually think this year's Nets is the best offense in the history of the NBA.
Perfect. All right, well, Kirk,
thank
you so much. I'm sure we'll talk to you as the playoffs progress, but we appreciate your time as always, man.
Thank you guys for having me on. Enjoy the games.
Kirk Goldsberry is brought to you by 3Chi. I'm not a drug guy, but I am a 3Chi guy. And of all the things in life, one of the best has to be getting high wherever you want, whenever you want, without the paranoia of consuming some sketchy black market bunk. 3Chi is wonderful. Had some 3Chi out of my fog machine the other night when I was playing video games online. Played a little PGA Tour 2K23. Had some 3Chi to take me there, and it's awesome. Great way to fall asleep. Great way to watch a movie. Great way to just go out, hang out with friends. 3Chi has you covered in any of these situations. They've got the highest quality cannabis products, delicious Delta 9 edibles, and their industry-leading Delta 8 products, to their new line of Delta 9.0 vapes and everything in between. When you buy 3Chi, you know that you're getting the highest quality and purity, taste, and the craveably potent buzz every single time. Made right here in the USA. PMT listeners get an exclusive 15% discount on all of 3Chi's premium THC products. Go to 3chi.com, use promo code PARDON15. Take 15% off your order. That's an extremely high percentage, 15% off. Go to 3chi.com, use promo code PARDON15, 15% off your order. It must be 21 or older to purchase. Please use it responsibly.
Okay, let's wrap up the show. Again, we have our hockey preview coming on Monday. If everyone would please tweet Ryan Whitney over the weekend saying don't bail on PMT, that would help. Just be like, don't be a scumbag. Don't bail on PMT.
Yeah, that ought to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe make fun of him a little bit, too.
Yeah, so he is, we're going to do a hockey preview for Monday, which we're very excited about. This is, I know that maybe I'm just, I love sports. I love all sports, but like, and I know I say this all the time, like this is the best time of year, but this starts to like when both first rounds are going and you have like 7 playoff games every single night for that 2-week stretch. It fucking rules.
Playoff hockey is the best.
Playoff hockey overtime, it's just different.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like every night, because every night there will be 2 games back to back. One of them's going to go to overtime, and you just can't replicate that. Hold on to your butts.
And are you a little nervous about the Islanders? Because that would be quite unfortunate for memes. Because
No, I'm all in on this team. This team is different. They're the greatest hockey team I've ever watched in the regular season. They're the greatest regular season team of all time. They're going to dominate. They're going to run through these playoffs.
This sounds like
it would be a historic choke job if you guys didn't win the Stanley Cup.
Sounds like an 18-1 scenario.
Where's Memes? Is he listening right now?
The Islanders or the Panthers, by the way.
He's not.
It's a guaranteed
Can you text him,
PMT
come in?
matchup.
If it is Islanders Bruins, we'll have to have a 1-minute recap for Memes after every game. But I want to see what his thought is if he thinks they could actually beat the Bruins. We'll know right away. His face will tell us.
It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
Anything could happen.
Hot goalie. Don't the Islanders have a really good goalie?
Yeah, listen, if the Islanders goalie stands on his head, you're not afraid of him standing on his head, Hank?
No.
I'd be.
We got an all-time Twitter notes app from a 1 seed losing in the first round.
Yeah, that's true.
With the Lightning.
That's true. Memes.
What is it again?
Memes. We're talking about the hockey playoffs. And what is it? If the Panthers win tonight?
Panthers win, they face the Hurricanes.
Okay. And if they lose, then you guys
I think
face
they can get a point. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they could get a point.
So if they get 1 point, you guys are facing the Bruins.
Yes.
Do you think you can beat the Bruins?
Anything's possible, but the Bruins
Okay, that was a no.
Bruins are very
thank
good.
you, Memes. Thank
Bruins
you, Memes.
are very good.
All right, well, when that series does happen, we'll have you do a minute recap after every game. Do you guys have a good goalie, though?
Goalie's a stud.
Right.
Goalie's a stud.
That's all you need.
Worst power play in the league.
Power play is important.
Yeah. The goalie's a stud.
But it's the playoffs now. It's different. New season.
New season. Playoff hockey's the best. I really hope the Panthers lose.
Oh, okay. All right. So that even tells us even more that you got no shot against the Bruins.
No shot.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Thank you, Memes. I was hoping he would have a little bit of. He's realistic.
Memes is electric.
What do you guys? What do you got, Memes? What last thing?
He's not over. Hopefully, the Panthers lose.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's a no shot. That was a vote of no confidence right there in the Islanders beating the Bruins.
Memes definitely thinks in memes instead of words.
Yeah.
If you were to ask him to give a meme of what he thinks about the first round, it would paint 1,000 times more clear of a picture than what he just said.
When we asked him, can the Islanders versus the Bruins thoughts, he was just doing the Michael Scott. No.
Oh wait.
He's got another one. He's got another one.
And if the Panthers lose, the Islanders could potentially play the Rangers.
Oh,
that way.
I would love that.
That would
devastate you though.
What?
If you lost to the Rangers?
Oh yeah, that would suck.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you eliminate them,
yeah, if you beat them, that would rule.
Oh, it'd be the best.
Yeah.
Can you describe your playoff opportunity, your chances in a meme?
In a meme?
What about Alonzo Mourning shaking his head no, and then maybe
Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, you're saying there's a chance.
Or the one where Jeff Daniels shits into the toilet in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. There's a chance, but better chance if the Panthers lose.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you guys are going to get steamrolled by the Bruins. Yes, that's a yes. Okay. All right. Fyre Fest. that was our pre-hockey preview.
Sometimes more potent than the actual preview.
Yes. Hank, Fyre Fest of the week.
I think you guys can guess what it is.
What?
It's that time of year.
What?
Taxes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be shorts for sure.
Dude, you got to get on the fucking...
shorts are back.
Fyre Fest it's never a Fyre Fest.
You got to get yourself on the extension. I've been living on the extension for like 6 years now. Because if you get on it once, then you just stay on it.
Then October 15th becomes your new tax day.
Yeah. It also depends on like I'm on the extension for a real reason, but I think you could probably just ask for an extension.
Wait, what's your real reason?
Swansea, they released the whatever it is, K1s,
The financials?
way later, and so they put me on the extension.
Hank, you probably don't even have to pay taxes though. You probably got a tax guy.
Well, I do, and they've been asking.
Is it
me
Jersey
for some,
Jerry?
No, they've been
okay.
asking me for documents, and it's kind of like if I don't send them what they need, then they can't do them. I've sent it to them today, but it's like fuck.
Taxes are pretty much optional anyways.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. Not a fan.
No,
Yeah.
they suck. They should just make it automatic. I guess it kind of is out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Then it's not.
Yeah.
You remember when you went like 7 years without paying your taxes?
Yeah.
No, that's false.
Well,
Well,
sorry,
no,
7 years without filing your taxes.
Yeah, because he
False.
was going to get paid money back.
There was
He making it
one
so little.
year, hypothetically, as a bit,
You forgot,
but
or
I
you
totally did.
was that a
If the
forget?
IRS is listening,
Was that a forgetful thing? We have to have some AWLs in the IRS. They have to be listening to this right now. Help us out.
But the thing
Let
is,
us know
again,
what
like
we can
if,
do.
if they're looking, they're going to check the books, and it's going to be like a plus next to my name, like, oh, we actually owe him.
Right.
Like that's what I was making no money, and I would get like money back on my taxes. So,
Yeah.
but
So-
I did them. That's a joke,
You like paid extra money to the government. They owe
Yeah.
you money.
right? They do.
Yeah. Let's do something about it. Billy, you know any buildings we could approach to talk about this?
Oh yeah, couple.
There's one.
There's a couple.
But yeah, just fuck taxes forever.
Yeah,
All right.
agreed. But we pay them on this show.
Same.
No, I'm saying this show as a show, we pay them.
Right.
We don't like them, but we pay them because we're adults.
Yes.
Max is shaking his head. That makes me think he's not paying his taxes.
I
Oh, you're not paying your taxes?
No, I am. I just don't like paying them.
Have you ever not paid them?
No, I pay them every time, but I don't. I always whatever.
Okay, good answer.
It's
Billy?
it's a bad week.
But
There's a lot of
look,
people listening being like, fuck.
My taxes were easy this year, which means that they sucked
I haven't
because
even
they like took all the money.
I
Right.
haven't even thought about filing these taxes yet.
It's,
until I just
Well, we have good
So,
news.
yeah, it's an extension till Monday at least, right?
Yeah, so I feel like tax day's been on a weekend for the last several years.
Yeah, been a hot streak.
All you have to do is just be like, "Hey, can I have an extension?" And then they say yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then you don't have to
October.
worry about it for 6 months.
Yeah,
But then that's football season. Just tougher.
that is
More
tough.
then you have
stuff
to
going on.
go through the process of filing the extension, and then you may as well just do your taxes if you're going
True.
through that.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Like-
Good point. Good point. All right. Well, Hank, good luck to you on your taxes. Hopefully, you pay them this year.
Did any of you guys do any loss harvesting?
Don't know what that means. What's that a euphemism for?
Yeah,
Never mind.
I did. All this shit confuses the fuck out of me.
Max did.
Yeah.
Max did a lot of loss.
Your losses to
Oh man.
Hank had the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. So he didn't even think that was funny. He was just like, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. You harvest so many losses, Max.
You could probably deduct the Super Bowl ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
No, not you.
Not
Big
you.
Cat.
Not you.
What do you mean? I paid for the Super Bowl ticket.
You did, but then I paid for futures that didn't hit, and you could have picked UConn. Okay. You could have.
I know that I could have, but I didn't. And Max Homa also sucks.
Hey,
Come on.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
on, Mamma
I'm gonna
mia.
cut that part.
Come on, no, don't cut that part. Leave it in because we need to. How could you?
No, I'll keep it in. But I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Used to be such a good boy.
Come on. All right, Pitty.
Fyre Fest of the week is Fyre Fest.
Oh,
Fyre Fest is back. Billy McFarland has announced Fyre Fest 2, and he's looking for a select group of influencers to invite to Fyre Fest 2. So he learned his lesson from doing time with a situation in jail.
Yep.
And he learned a valuable lesson, and he's just going to do Fyre Fest again. That's what he learned, is he didn't do it as good the first time, didn't make as big promises as he could have the first time. So he's running it back this summer. So I would like to be invited to Fyre Fest too.
This summer?
Is it not this summer?
I don't know. That seems like it's around the corner.
I would like to be invited to Fyre Fest too.
Invite us
In
to
fact,
Fyre Fest too.
I have FOMO that I didn't go to Fyre Fest 1.
I don't think we should give that guy publicity.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
Billy.
yeah,
Good
well,
call.
it's not
Good call.
platform.
Yeah,
Billy.
let's not do that.
Platform.
Yeah.
Would hate to have a liar named Billy on this show.
Mhm.
I have another Fyre Fest is that I'm fat.
No, you're not.
So there's that picture that came out, or some
video.
screenshots of the video of the Chevy ad that we did over the course of Super Bowl week.
You look strong.
I look strong. I look powerful. I look like I have a dad bod minus the kids. And I just want to say,
one of those putty things that you squeeze. And
yeah,
just,
okay, that's
All
not
right,
easy.
Hank.
You're
All right,
laying
Hank.
on
We got it.
pretty-
We got the
Pretty
picture.
thick, you freak. So
Hank's a chubby chaser now. If you're fat,
yeah,
that means he's got a type.
Yep, it's true. This podcast should just all get super fat. It'd be awesome. But I do have an explanation for it. There's a perfectly good explanation for why I was fat in the picture. Because
Video.
I told you what? What is it?
So
Hank?
it was a video.
Okay, in the screenshots, Hank, cut your own mic off and shut the fuck up.
Rivalry back on.
I told this story on the show, but I did the cool sculpting thing because I've got one small layer of fat that was around the very small of my belly, underneath my belly button. So they cool sculpted me, and they melted away the fat. What they didn't tell me at the time, well, maybe they did, I chose to ignore, is that your stomach swells up big time after you do that. So that was like 2 weeks, maybe like a week after I got the cool sculpting done, and I look fat as fuck.
What about your face? Did they sculpt your face?
They didn't sculpt my face. My face looked not as... It looked normal fat.
Okay.
It wasn't like over the top fat.
I don't think you're fat.
Thank you, Big Cat.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I do not
so
think you're fat.
let the record show I'm not fat.
I think you're strong, powerful, can lift many things over your head.
I can probably run a marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not fat. I want the record to show that I'm not fat despite the fake news that Hank puts out.
Do you just like poop out all that fat that gets frozen off? Like, where does it go?
You piss it out. So it goes into your
That's
lymphatic
healthy.
system, and then you have to chug a bunch of water, and then you piss it out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Science. All right,
fat.
my Fyre Fest is I was challenged to run a mile this week. I did it. People were saying I couldn't do it under 10 minutes. I did it 7:24. I'll say 7:40 because there was some talk that the track it might not have been as long as we thought. Either way, it's awoken a beast in me that I'm gonna try to get back fully into shape, and I'm gonna try to do the 1,000-pound club, Billy.
Oh.
And I'm gonna get injured. I'm gonna get injured.
Yeah,
there's no way I don't get injured, but I want to try.
What is that? You lift
Hex
1,000
bar?
pounds in one session?
Yeah.
Hex bar or straight deadlift?
But yeah.
Hex bar is healthier.
Oh, the one that's on the sides. Yeah. All right, so I'll do that.
Yeah, 'cause the
hex
other-
bar.
yeah.
It's deadlift, squat, bench, 1,000 pounds.
You easily could get there.
I have a bad back, and I'm 38 years old, and I'm out of shape.
Hex bar.
You should never deadlift over the age of 35.
Could you do 1,000-pound club today, Billy?
Probably not.
I actually think I might be able to.
What do you squat?
I'm still like I probably could get like 375.
Oh, then you could, yeah. Because it's really if you can
Yeah.
squat and bench,
Yeah.
like combined 550, you should be able to do it.
I think I was around at my max like 1,300.
Sick.
That was back when I was like putting 500 pounds on my back.
Either way, I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to get hurt, and that's going to suck.
It's definitely going to lead to a back injury.
Yeah, we're just clip this.
I hope it doesn't, but
No.
But I'm warning you
Listen,
as a friend.
It's not offense. What you're saying is true.
You're going to be able to bench
correct
250. You're going to be able to squat 300, and you're going to try to do the deadlift, and that's going to fuck you up.
So I'm going to
Hex
try.
bar-
It's probably going to take like a year.
No, I think we get you there in 3
I'm
months.
38 and out of shape.
Yeah,
dude.
but like there's a lot of resources.
No, I'm not doing. I'm doing it all natural.
No.
Are you going to let Billy inject you with anything?
No, I'm going to do it. It's either all natural or can't do
What
it.
about supplements?
I've
No.
thought about letting Billy inject me with B12. He was giving me the
Look, we get-
the pitch the other day, and
L-carnitine, B12,
It wasn't the worst pitch.
creatine, tons of stuff we can give you that'll get you going.
It sounds good in the moment when he suggests
you
that
can
he can
put
inject
on-
you.
you can
but
put
Hank,
on the
once
mask.
you reach the point where Billy is sticking a hypodermic needle into your
Insulin
arm
needle.
and then injecting liquid into it and you don't know what it is, that's a very scary moment. That's a big time, like, I'm wondering how I got here in my life moment.
Hey, did you get surgery on your elbow?
I did not.
Huh.
Here's what I'm going to do. If I can't do it, I'm just going to say I can't do it. I'm not going to push myself to the absolute limit.
Well, you could dirty bulk, and like you may be 400 pounds.
I think I'm
but
always dirty
being the
bulking.
1,000 pounds.
I think I think I've never not been dirty bulking.
Big Cat, here's a strategy for you. You could eat a lot.
Yeah.
You could eat a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Have you ever
Carb
tried
load.
doing that?
Like you could get up to like
Maybe donuts?
270.
Have you ever tried snacking a lot?
Yeah. Maybe Chinese food every Sunday night.
Strong men.
Cheetos.
Billy still hasn't
Pringles.
picked up on it.
I know. But higher protein.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. And then my other Fyre Fest is my son's doing this new thing where he just hits me and then he's like, I love you so much. And then so I feel like I'm living with like an abusive boyfriend.
That's like Hezbollah and his cat.
Yeah. No, he literally would like it's not like he's hitting me hard. He'll like slap me on the leg and he'll just be like, Dada, I love you. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's like my pimp.
That's guys being dudes.
Yeah, he's just walking around like, no one makes me feel the way you feel. I have to hurt you. Like, I just, I'm crazy about you. Like, that's how I feel every day.
Why did you make me do this to you?
Yeah, so it's a nice little face. Billy.
First Fyre Fest is that it's currently that time of year where you don't know whether to put the whole AC unit in yet, but it's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
But you're too lazy to put it in yet. And it's like, is it really summer yet?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just like sweating through the night.
Yeah, this is, I do love this time of year. We're at, like, I was talking to someone a couple days ago. I don't know how people live. I know that, like, living in Florida is awesome. Living in LA is awesome. Shut up, Hank. The seasons are awesome. Those first few days of spring make you feel something that, like, is so different than if every day was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, oh, this is just your way of coping with winter. Spring, those first, like, 50, 60-degree days are the best.
Sundress season.
Yeah.
Big time. What, Billy?
Seasonal aggression.
Yeah, seasonal aggression disorder. Billy gets angrier when it gets hot
not
outside.
angry, just get like hyper.
There is something to that because my first summer in New York, I was like, I was moving from Austin, so I thought I was like immune to the sun up here because I just come from Texas. So I was like, you know what? I don't need an AC unit in my apartment. I'm just going to ride it out. It can't be that hot. You get so mad when you're hot all day. It does make you pissed off at the world. So I would
And
suggest,
New York heat is different as well. I mean, it's not like Texas heat, but New York heat, when it gets really hot and it all just stays on the concrete and it's like hot at like 9
smell.
o'clock. Yeah,
The smell, the hot smell
But
is
the
bad.
heat at like 9 o'clock when it's like the sun's down, why the fuck is it still so hot?
Yeah. Also, with the ACs getting installed, it's mystery water season. When you're walking down the street and you just get hit on the face with mystery water from above, that's the beauty of New York, baby. Best city in the world.
Yeah, I've on a hot streak of not getting hit with mystery water because I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Go buy Stella Blue coffee. We're taking down the big corporations. There's that mystery water under that one.
Yeah,
that hits you all the time.
I used to get just douched.
Yeah,
that's actually a great sales pitch. Do you want to avoid mystery water?
Yeah,
then buy
Stella
Stella
Blue coffee. So Billy, are you putting it in or not? Why wouldn't you just put it in?
No, I'm now in the fan. I just turned the fan on.
So it's on, but it's in. You put it in already.
What temperature you guys sleep in?
Well, I just like it cold as hell. When
Yeah,
I sleep.
right.
I
so
go
why not just put it
67?
in? I go like 65.
Well, because I kind of misplaced my AC unit.
Okay, so that's a
whole
different
thing.
Fyre
That's a
Fest.
different Fyre
That would be
Fest.
the Fyre Fest.
I put it somewhere. I put it somewhere, and now I can't find it.
Okay, so that is the Fyre Fest.
So you can't. Your Fyre Fest is you can't decide whether or not you want to look for your AC unit.
Well, I was looking for it, but like,
so
it's been a busy week.
So you were going to put it in.
Yeah.
So that's not the Fyre Fest.
Well, I
it
don't
is
know if
time
it's
to
gonna
put
get
it in.
cold again.
I think it's time to put it in
Okay.
if you can find it.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows where their AC is, put it in.
Yep.
I just got the fan going. The fan's going to be going till like October.
So you're just giving up on AC this summer.
I might.
Okay.
You know what this is? This is Billy making a pre-excuse. For something, for basically everything.
Yeah.
It's like I was really hot.
Just being sweaty.
So hot. Okay.
Other Fyre Fest, I have a black eye from playing basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
What happened? I heard you had to get separated with some
No,
guy?
that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. No, I just got an elbow to the face rebounding.
But did you get separated?
No.
Let me just tell you something, Billy.
I will
real
say
quick.
this:
There was no
the
separation.
kid was fucking crying because Billy threw him to the ground like a bag of bones, which he was.
No, I
and
didn't
there was
throw
no
him.
foul.
I didn't throw
No
him.
foul, no harm.
The kid hooked my arm, and he hooked it. And he
Hook
was
and
holding-
hold. That's a technical
Wait,
free
give me-
throw.
He was giving me this.
Yeah, that's a technical free throw.
So I threw my arm down, and he got thrown, and then he started bitching about it. And I was just like, then I started yelling at him, if you didn't hook my arm, you wouldn't be on the floor. And
All right, so I'm going to rule this on your side.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
No
'Cause I was
foul,
gonna
no
say-
harm.
Yeah.
Did they blow the whistle? No.
This
Grow
other
up.
guy, who hopefully is listening, there's definitely a point in
He's
your
also
life.
wearing a long sleeve white
no,
turtleneck.
let's not shit on people we play pickup.
No, but there's definitely a point in your
No, I
life
think he was being aggressive for
where
no reason.
where you have to realize
He
you're
was.
playing like intramurals or whatever. Have fun. Don't take it that seriously because you don't want to be the adult that gets in an adult fight at a softball field or a basketball court.
The only other thing I'll say, not to I guess Billy's worried about his feelings. He was being aggressive, and then at the end of the game, we were down by like 5 or 6. We had to foul. It was like we were down 5 or 6 with a minute left. We fouled him.
Extend
He was
the
like,
game.
He was like, "Chill out, chill out, chill out." I was like, we were
Did
just
you guys lose?
we lost.
Shit.
We were down by 27, and we brought it back in within 5. That's,
Well, yeah, they weren't trying as hard because they're up 27.
It was a
yeah,
valiant
but
effort.
we never stopped fighting. No.
Yeah, that's
Billy, to tell you the truth, I don't think I want you on the show anymore if you ever reach a point where you don't get involved in pickup basketball fights.
I do
That's-
take pickup. I
that's
go pretty
very
hard.
on brand.
I go hard in the paint.
yeah.
You're
This is my
fired.
second black eye.
You're
like,
fired.
Well, I guess
6 months.
it
if
is
you
a
go
little-
longer than a year without getting into a fight on some sort of playground, you're fucking out.
It is different because this job you can just show up with a black eye. I remember vividly being like in arguments in intramurals when I was working a real job and being like, I don't want to get punched in the face and show up to work with a black eye because that's a whole
No,
fucking
I didn't
deal.
get punched in the face. This is totally unrelated to that incident.
Oh, so you got punched in the face in a different?
No, that was actually Nick Mulcahy, awesome dude. We were talking in a timeout, and we were getting beat pretty bad. Like, we got to go hard in the paint, like get more offensive rebounds,
Yeah.
like get some more boards. And we both got pumped up, and then we both went for an offensive rebound, and I caught an elbow.
Friendly
It
fire.
Oh,
was
friendly fire.
But we were like, we were going hard.
Okay.
But yeah, I just, shout out that guy. He was pretty wet.
No.
from three.
What
I
are
don't
you
want this,
doing?
I don't want this guy. I don't want people to be playing us and pick up and be like, "Oh shit!" Like I don't want to end up on part of my take. I think they
No one
didn't sign up
knows
for that.
who he is.
I know, whatever.
Billy,
no one
stop.
should be judged for their actions when their heart rate's over 150 beats per minute.
I agree with
That's
that.
that's what I believe.
Yeah, I agree with
Okay.
that.
Like
Okay.
because we're all human.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could get you into some trouble. There's definitely some situations that someone could get their heart rate that fast.
I'm pretty sure most times people commit murder. Their heart
Yeah, I was
rate is
gonna
above
say.
150 beats per minute.
some very violent crimes that are committed at a heart rate over 150.
yeah.
I
Like,
know.
also, like
It makes
anybody,
you sound guilty.
anybody that's on meth, like if you don't want to get arrested, just do a line of cocaine. Officer,
Officer 50.
it's not
Look at my
fault.
Apple Watch.
I just
No, fuck this dude, Billy.
when your
fuck
heart,
this
when your
dude.
heart rate's high,
Fuck this
I'm-
dude.
we made up after the game. It's fine.
You kiss?
Yeah, we kissed.
Okay,
Good,
nice.
good.
All right. Jake, finish us off.
First up, self-correction. The Panthers have to win tonight. A point doesn't do
You'll
it.
still get tweets about that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, did you listen to the full podcast? A lot of people do that. They don't listen to the full podcast.
Yeah, we're going to implement a new system going forward in the fall where we do corrections at the end and people should save their tweets.
We don't want to kill any
Yeah.
golfers' dads on this show.
Yeah, right.
So we're gonna have to have.
Well,
that
to be
live
fair,
fact check.
no one corrected you on that.
Oh no, no one did.
It's
On
a,
that
I mean,
show,
it's a
on
hard
that
thing to
show.
correct someone on.
None of us.
I thought you meant online.
No,
Yeah.
Before we stopped recording.
It's a hard thing to call out and be like, no
Actually, his
PFT,
dad's alive.
he's alive.
'Cause then
and
if
then you
he's
get
dead-
then you extend the conversation about a maybe not dead dad.
Yep.
Yeah. And then my Fyre Fest is.
He's alive, by the way.
He is
Yes.
very much alive.
Uh,
He's the best alive person ever. He is the most alive guy right now in the world.
yes. My hometown of Fort Lauderdale is underwater. Did you guys hear about this?
Oh yeah, that was
All-time
bad.
floods,
I was about to make a
stranded
joke.
cars.
That was bad.
It was not great. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Credit to me for not
Right,
making
soon.
a joke before I found out that Jake was being serious about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
There's
in
plenty
too.
of room to
sorry. I know.
work with that one.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Hopefully.
trying to think of a non-offensive anywhere. Well, no, you know what? It is bullshit because everyone has to say like, "Oh, thoughts and prayers," but then all the Florida people make fun of us for dealing with winter.
Yeah, I'm still.
That's
gonna
not
say,
right. That's not right.
They
That's
live
not
in
right.
the floodplain.
Yeah, that's not right. They do that. They do Florida people like, "Oh, how was shoveling snow this winter?" Can I say the same thing when the whole town floods? Am I allowed to?
I didn't do the research on if anyone got hurt or anything, so I think that's like the first benchmark. Like if everyone's safe, I feel like there's a little more of a leash.
What about 3 deaths?
No.
Okay. I asked. That was
It's
just a
0
question I
or
was
1.
asking.
0 or
Yep.
1.
0. Oh, 1.
No, like
1 is
no, I
okay.
meant like 0. You have a little more leeway. If there's 1 or above, no.
Got it.
What if it,
What if it's their fault?
Yeah.
1.
What if someone took a big dump
or what if it's
and they were flooding and it flooded Fort Lauderdale?
What if it's Casey Anthony and she drowned?
Yeah. What is baby Hitler swimming in a pool?
Good point.
And more water
Okay,
comes
so
up.
there's some exceptions.
Babies
Okay.
can float.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what if the flood comes over the pool?
Yeah, then I'd say I hope that this flood killed baby Hitler.
Yeah. And no one else.
Mm-hmm.
But we do hope people are okay.
Yes.
That was pretty crazy. I saw Jeff Darlington tweeted, our friend Jeff Darlington tweeted a video of like just water just washing through this person's house.
That was
Yeah.
that's awful.
Yeah.
Unless baby Hitler's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Baby Hitler was in that basement. Good. Happy the water went there. Okay. Hank, have you ever gotten this?
What?
The lottery ball.
No.
Are we going to make you those golf balls with lottery balls on them?
Taylor made didn't respond.
Oh, man. How you feeling? I feel like you've given up. Have you given up?
No.
You
Never
seem
give up.
really down about
Never
this.
surrender.
Very down about it. Oh. You're very down about this right now, Hank.
No, I'm up. If it's up, then it's stuck.
All right. Numbers.
69.
17.
18.
73.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
I asked ChatGPT.
All right.
Oh, no, that doesn't count.
I'll go with 20.
I'm going to go with 24.
What did you guess, Hank? 17? $44.
Mike Allstott.
He's 40.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Low key, there's a meteorite that crashed in Maine. If you have any leads on it, hit me up. Also,
Wait, did it happen or was it
Loki?
It crashed.
So high key?
High key.
A meteorite crashing.
Where was it
definitely
going?
be high key.
We don't know, but yeah, I might go look for it.
Go.
Okay, go.
I think
Right
let's
now,
now.
leave.
Bye.
Go.
I mean, it's the weekend.
Yeah, go.
I'm going to start planning.
It's Thursday. It's 4:40 on a Thursday. Love you guys.
Oh, also, bacteria may have come from a meteorite, and life on Earth may be from a meteorite.
This one doesn't count. I just want to say.
People have been asking for a full list, so I think I'm going to tweet out a link with a full list of numbers.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. They want to run
And
the
reply to,
numbers.
oh,
69.
that's too bad. You're already on your weekend.
I work from home on Fridays.
Day to find you, shying away. I'll be coming for your lover.